Well, folks, thanks for tuning in this afternoon for a beautiful afternoon. Yeah, I suppose beautiful late morning. Good morning to you, Gino. My name is Ben Hensley, alongside Gino Smith. Goodness, I've been watching too much NFL. Gino Moore. I was afraid I was going to do that all year, Gino. How are you today, Gino?
Absolutely. No, honestly, man, this is what we've all been waiting for, right? This particular game. So, yeah, I'm doing great, man. It's good to be back.
Well, when we're looking through statistics and everything right before the ball game starts, you see different names, and so I'm here on NFL pages. I'm switching over to our college ball, and boy, I'm just, on the wrong side of the field. But let's see if the Rams can get off to the right side of the field after, looking to pick up their third consecutive win, two straight, really dominant performance wins in the last two games over Sacramento City, winning 31-7, our last home game out here for homecoming. Last week, the team traveled out to Monterey, beat up Monterey Peninsula 33-6. Gino, you talked to the coaching staff yesterday. Can you tell us a little bit about what the coaches talked about during the week and really what they thought about that game on last Saturday in Monterey?
Well, we talked about in the beginning of the season buying into the system, and it took a while for the team to kind of not necessarily buy into the system, but really get the system down. And over the last two games, that's exactly what this Ram team has been able to do. Has been able to draw it together and basically get that cohesiveness they've been looking for. And they're lighting it up. I mean, they beat a team last week that was 6-1, and they're playing a team tonight that's 7-1. And they literally got to bring that, like they did last week. They got to bring that cohesiveness back to the field for today's game.
Well, and beating up a team that's 6-1 with a very good passing game overall for the Monterey Peninsula team. However, the Fresno Rams, they were able to stifle them offensively, really holding them to just 6 points total. So 6 points coming late in the fourth quarter. So City looking to continue. They are 4-4 overall, 2-1 in conference, looking to go up to 3-1, and they will face off against these the Giants, these COS Giants. Can you tell us a little bit about what coaching strategy is coming in against these Giants?
I think it's stick to the game plan, positivity, and execution. That's going to be the biggest thing. I had the chance to talk to Vance, the quarterback, this couple days ago, and Vance said the same thing. Execution at the right times, knowing where everybody's at on the field, and basically giving everybody the opportunity to succeed. And that is kind of like, basically, like we said earlier, that's kind of what this team has been drawing to this point, is finding that execution and finding the way to succeed together.
Absolutely. Well, the team back to 500 after last week's game, 4-4 again overall, 2-1 in conference play. This team coming off of this big win, 33-6 last week, and the Rams have a little bit of extra incentive today for retiring head coach Tony Cavilla. Victory would be number 200 for Coach C in his 27 years at Fresno City, and 27 years here at Fresno City College, never been under 500. They're sitting right at 500. Gino, what are your thoughts on wrapping the season up in that plus 500 territory for Coach as he heads on his way out for this last year?
Well, I think these sophomores are going to put it all on the line today for that exact fact. They want to make sure that Coach goes out over 500. Not on my watch, so to speak. You know what I mean? We're not gonna not succeed, and that was basically how everything felt yesterday when I was talking to the guys. Is we're gonna succeed.
Definitely. Well, we'll take you down to the field now for the presentation of the colors and the national anthem before our ball game gets started here at Fresno City College from Ratcliffe Stadium.
Will you please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
The anthem has been played, and the players are ready to take the field in just a few moments here as the coin toss
Also, please give a
brought to you.
warm welcome to our refereeing crew for today's contest.
Still waiting on the Giants to take the field as they're heading out from the locker room right now.
For both the College of the Sequoias Giants and your Fresno City College.
People are still filing in. Got a great crowd today.
Please welcome to the
A
field,
great crowd, a great afternoon, really after a, I suppose a little bit of a scary day yesterday. We'll see if the Rams can put some frights into these Giants as the captains meet at midfield.
Their anniversary, Ken, I got from my late father-in-law. That will be tails. Heads will be 50. You're the visitors. What is your call? Heads. You want to defer. Okay. So Fresno City's is defer. No, you're receiving. Yeah. You want the ball, and you're kicking.
So Fresno City has won the toss and
Fresno
opted
City
to
has won
defer.
the toss. They would like to defer. They will kick to the clock this first half.
Got a little bit of a extra mic job there.
Yeah.
You kept a hot mic. Never heard them talking to the players about that, how they're setting up the kickoff. But hey, you learn a little bit something new every day you're on the football field, don't you?
I knew we could get through that. I knew our white cap would get through that.
So the Rams are going to get this game started by kicking off. And the Giants will be back to receive, so we'll kind of explain how that works for everybody, I suppose, as we just heard from the officiating crew explaining how it works on the field there. But either way, these two good quality football teams ready to get going here. The Rams coming in, again, 4-4 overall, 2-1 on the year. Against the COS Giants, 7-1 overall, 3-0 in conference. And really that 7-1 record, can you talk a little bit, Gino, about the difference between the schedules of these two squads? I mean, the COS team, it's good, but their strength of schedule has not been quite up to the par that Fresno City's has been this year. Am I right?
Yeah, COS hasn't had to play a few of the, wouldn't necessarily say harder teams in the conference themselves, but a more established teams. San Mateo being one of the bigger teams. They were able to play Butte and Redlands and quality teams. Don't get me wrong, quality teams, but the records reflect on their record as well, where they're at and why.
Definitely. So as
both great programs.
Kicking unit back to get this ball in the air and underway. Liam Peterson to kick for the Rams.
This should be an old school slugfest.
As the ball is high and over end towards the end zone, fielded at the 1 by number 4, Dwayne Coleman. Cuts back to the right side to the 20, stops at about the 21-yard line and is hit there, and that is all he will get, so about 4 yards shy of a touchback. Great kick overall by Peterson, landing right at about the 1-yard line, kind of forcing a return from Dwayne Coleman as the Giants come out for their first offensive set. We'll see what the defense has in store for the Rams today.
Good job on special teams, too, for the Rams, staying in their lanes, seeing where the ball was, because that could have got ugly really quickly. They were able to shed the block and get that tackle.
Absolutely, and standing him up there, kind of preventing him from going anywhere else, cornering him and forcing him out of bounds, really to stop that advancement on the return as the Giants come out in the pistol set. A lot of motion before the play, as now they're in a 5-wide shotgun spread as number 10, Peyton Faker, comes out for the first drive for these Giants. Pass over the middle on the slant route complete, and it's going to be a first down and then some. Pass complete over the middle to number 0, Marshall Sanders, for a first down COS. This will bring you some numbers on Peyton Faker in just a minute.
COS is averaging about 12 yards a pass as the crow flies, so they should be. It's not nothing scary about their 13-yard gain there. That's
really
about what they average.
Just about right on schedule there.
Right.
As the first play of the game is a first down. As Giants come out again in the pistol set, a little bit of motion, tight end moving left to right as the ball is snapped, and the throw off to the left side is complete, and on a little bit of a comeback route out there. First 2 plays of the game have gone to Marshall Sanders. Sanders on the reception, pickup of about 15 on that play, and another first down for the Giants.
Clovis West product showing his stuff. Glad to be home, so to speak.
Coming back up the road.
That's right.
So it's
nice catch.
Sophomore day for these Fresno City Rams. They hope to send this crowd and these sophomores home happy. But first, this defense going to have to stand up now as Giants come out in a 5-wide or empty backfield set. Now a little bit of motion in the backfield, moving back into the pistol. Number 2, Smith lining up in the backfield. Big offensive line set. Really a couple extra tight ends in there as this pass complete to the left side, and the 3rd straight pass attempt to Sanders is complete. And Sanders, for this team, got 46 receptions on the year. That's now bringing him up to 49. Had 3 touchdowns on the year, too, so he is one of their leading receivers at 564 yards coming in as he heads off the field, catches breath, getting some tats on the helmet.
Looks like a soft zone, too, at the moment. Rushing 4, but you're seeing 3, but they're rushing 4.
And again, talking about the big offensive line really shown as the extra tight end in again on this set. As the ball is going to be the first handoff of the afternoon, and it's a carry of about 4 to the left side to about the 34-yard line, and it's a second down. First second down we've seen on the afternoon.
Well, defense is getting their feet wet right up front. Got to definitely make some plays, but good job by COS to move the ball so far. The Rams will be all right. They'll tighten it up here, certainly. And
credit to COS for moving the ball, but also at the same time, they are showing a bit of their hand early in this game and giving the Rams, some information on how this team is going to come out here and perform. As, once again, Faker in the pistol. Smith in the backfield once again. 1 receiver left. That's number 6, Gage Armbruster. As the ball snaps, and it's going to be a pass off to the left side and incomplete. Number 89, the intended receiver, Will Briniger. Tight end out of Laramie High School, freshman. Big tight end, 6'5", 228.
No flags on the play. Good job by the safeties to recognize the deep pass.
And clean defense. I was just going to come back to that.
Absolutely. Second down and 10 now.
As the Giants break the huddle. 2nd and 10. From the 34-yard line. As they come out pistol set, man in motion is the receiver. Moving to the right side, ball is snapped. He looks right, looks back to his left, throws back to his left, and it's complete over the middle. Actually, just to the left side of the hash marks to number 89, Will Briniger.
See that middle formation on the defense getting a little tighter now.
Yep.
Both linebackers, your Mike and your Joker, recognize that play already.
Give a little bit of leeway on those first few first downs, but they're starting to tighten things up now, as we'll hope to see the Rams tighten things up for the remainder of the game.
This is where the Rams want to make a statement.
Forcing 3rd down on a 3rd and 5 play. Lining up in a shotgun, 2 men in the backfield and 2 receivers spread out left and right. One of the backfield leaves, and man in motion is the runner from the back, and it's a rush from the left side and a complete pass over to the left to number 14, Janveer Singh, tight end. And boy, there are a lot of tight ends on this field for this Giants offense as they get another first down to the 18-yard line of the Rams.
Not sure exactly what happened there. Dylan McCarthy looked like he lost his feet on that play. I don't know if he was pushed down or pushed out of the way, but he was able to get up, make a recovery, and stop the play, stop the pass.
Chance, part of that losing his feet might have been just based on the eye movement of Peyton Faker as he looked off to his right as the man in motion, number 6, Gage Armbruster, moved to the right before the play, and then very quickly looking back to his left and completing that pass to Singh as they come out with a fresh set of downs. Pistol set now. 1 man in motion, 2 in the backfield, 1 receiver right. Ball's going to be a handoff. And it's a run to the right side. Not a whole lot of real estate there as I kind of lost track of where the ball carrier went, but dropped at about the 15-yard line as Jaquil Smith brought down. It'll be 2nd and 6 coming up from the 15 of Fresno City.
So they brought the tight end back as a secondary blocker on that play, the lead block on that play. And at first it looked like he was blocking on the formation for out of the pistol, but ended up being a sweep to the right. It was a good design play.
As now once again empty backfield for Faker, as it's going to be a bit of a fake off to the left, and now it's in the end zone and tipped in the air and almost intercepted. Boy, that was one heck of a defensive play.
Baker looking for Brenniger.
As off play action, pass going over the middle, just a little bit of traffic there in the end zone. Pop the ball up, and really when you pop the ball up like that, you give yourself not only a incompletion, but a chance at the interception. And in the end zone, that's the type of defense you want to see the Rams playing.
Exactly. And good job on the safeties to recognize that play as well, to step up into it and almost get the pick.
So 3rd and 6 now, 3rd and 7 on the scoreboard as man in motion, 3 receivers left. As Faker's in the shotgun. Man in the backfield is now moving to his right. Ball is snapped, and it's going to be a pass out to him on the right side, and he is going to be stuffed for a loss. Actually, he's going to get no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's Brandon Holmes, the young man I got to interview yesterday. Good kid, solid, good head on his shoulders, very family-oriented. This whole team is just made up of a bunch of great young men.
Well, and Gino, if you gave him a pep talk yesterday, maybe we'll see him come in and give it another go here, as the Giants are going to go for a 4th down here early in the game. 4th and 3, and 4th on a long 3 from deep in Rams territory. And Gino, what's your thoughts on this going on for 4th down this early in the game?
Rams got to get to the quarterback on this play.
Man in motion, it's the shotgun set. Going to be a pass play over the middle, and it's complete over the middle. And that's going to be a 1st down. Boy, that was a tight set there right in the middle of the field. He's just able to get that ball in there between, really, I think I saw 4 Rams defenders right in and around where that pass ended up. And it's a 1st down for COS. 1st and goal now from the 4.
We talked about how they're stepping up under that play. It was short distance, but he was able to get through and get the 1st down.
So 4th and goal now, actually from the 3-yard line, as the Giants come out. Extra tight ends, man in the backfield. They're in the pistol set. A little bit of motion before the play. Sanders is the lone receiver to the left. It's going to be a handoff to the right and towards the end zone. Receive for the hands, and it's a touchdown. So the Giants able to drive the ball down the field 79 yards on the drive, and a score. 3-yard touchdown run for Jaquil Smith. He's the ball carrier on that touchdown, and it's a quick 6-0 lead.
Yeah, and they took some time off the clock too on the first possession. Very well scripted on the offense for COS on that. We'll see if they can continue to do so.
So on to attempt the extra point is Matt Garza of Golden West High School, as the kick is up, and the kick is no good.
That could be huge down the road.
So 6 points is all they will get on the opening possession. And, after having the COS Giants come in and just kind of drive the ball down the field very methodically in that first drive, can you talk a little bit about, just almost a little bit of a sprinkle on the cupcake, the extra point being missed there? What can that do for you as a Rams defense, kind of as a Rams coming out here to try to, get the ball downfield for their first possession?
I'd take the small victory, and then good job on the defense too. I mean, they fought hard on that. There was a good drive by COS. We know both teams are going to put points on the board. It just took COS, quite a few plays to do so on that drive. But again, if I'm the defense and I just see, and I see a missed extra point, I'm thinking, all right, cool, maybe that can put us back in the driver's seat.
Absolutely, and we'll see what that does for the COS special teams unit going on down the line as well. It's missing an extra point. Just kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth at the end of a scoring drive, as now the Giants on to kick, as Garza, after missing that extra point, will come on to send the ball deep.
It makes you think, too, of coach just thinking, hey, if he's going to miss the extra point, maybe we'll go for 2 next time.
Well, I said send the ball deep. I was mistaken, as this is a short kick. It goes to about the 30-yard line, and on the return, the Rams will move this thing out to about the 38-yard line.
That was number 24, Jackson Sinfeld.
Jackson Sinfeld, that's not the first time we've seen a kind of an odd kickoff at Ratcliffe this year.
And these guys are ready for it. They get it.
So Fresno City comes out for their first possession of the afternoon. Yajay Vance leading this offense out, as he is the leading quarterback for this team. He comes out in the pistol set initially. They switch it up into the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, man in the backfield. And it's going to be a handoff to the man in the backfield. He will hit the hole and get not much more. Gets about to the 40-yard line. Maybe 1-yard pickup on that. As that ball carrier number 23, Andrew Chavez.
Chavez on the...
Not able to get much daylight on first down, and it's 2nd and 9.
The one good thing about Fresno City Rams is they have a bevy of running backs that can handle the ball, and at any point we'll see a bunch of them on one drive. So
we've seen that on display all year.
Absolutely.
Here at Fresno City, as they have 14 men on the roster. As this is a completion over to the left side, and it's going to be 3rd and 5. But again, 14 men on this, 14 players on this Rams roster who have recorded rushing totals. We'll bring you some numbers later on, but absolutely right about that, Gino.
It's a good throw by Yajay Vance there. Early in the season, he wouldn't have thrown that pass, but a lot of confidence on the throws. A good job by Cropper to secure it.
As they come out once again, shotgun. People moving around before the play. We saw a lot of that for the Giants. Now we're seeing some for the Rams as they come out 3rd and 4. A deep pass over to the right side, and it's just overthrown. He had a man. It was Marquise Cropper on the right side, and he just got a little bit too much air underneath that one, a little too much arm in it, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 4.
I like the idea of going big. Honestly, we're only lost 2 minutes on that, in this drive, but I like the idea of going big on it early just to see what you got. And Cropper can't beat the outside guy, so we know that's going to be in their back pocket for the next time.
Well, and he had him beat, too. Just got a little bit too much on the throw, and it falls incomplete. As now City on to punt. Scribner back to punt. As this one is up, and it's a good punt. Comes out to about the 15-yard line. Picked up by... It's been number 0, Marshall Sanders. Doesn't get a whole lot on the return, maybe to about the 20 or 21-yard line. So it looks like the Giants are going to start over right where they started on their first possession. So really, after seeing a possession for both sides here, Gino, what are your thoughts, on what we've seen this far?
Well, if I'm the defense at this point, I've pretty much seen it all. We've seen their pass over the middle. We've seen their 20-plus pass. We've seen their inside rush. We've seen their outside rush. Now, what kind of example are we going to see now? Are we going to see RPO? Are we going to see a sweep? COS really pulled a lot out of the bag in that first drive. So,
and you've talked big offensive line all year and big defensive line, and boy, they're showing a lot of different formations up on the line as ball is snapped out of the pistol. It's going to be a fake handoff to the right and a completion to the right side. Number 88, Danielle Booker on the reception, pickup of about 7, and it's a 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4 now coming up.
Looked like Brandon Holmes was playing just a little soft, but I think that was the design, is stay soft so you don't get beat, and give up the small yards, not the big yards,
2nd and 3 now from the 27-yard line. Giants come out, 2 receivers on either side. There's a lot of pre-snap motion here from this Giants offense. There's another man in motion. And another one. This ball is snapped empty backfield at the end of all that, and it's completion over the middle. Short yardage, but enough for a first down. Drives it out to about the 32-yard line, and that's another first down.
I'm almost getting the sense now that the quarterback's seeing the middle receiver on timing. He's looking on his checkdowns, and I don't understand exactly where he's looking in the first check down, but it always appears that the 3 or the 4 is over the middle, and it's the open receiver.
Well, so whether it's by design or if it's by defensive, defensive pressure, it's forcing him to go through his looks. And getting that center plugged up is going to have to be one of the Rams' focal points moving forward, as this is going to be a fake reverse and a pass off to the right side. A big pass attempt not completed, off to the right side, 82. O'Brien Flanagan on the incompletion. He was the intended target, and well, that was an interesting play, but credit the defense for sticking with it on that play.
Brandon Holmes, once again, number 0, the sophomore. I believe he's from Arizona, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Corona, Arizona. Like we said earlier, don't want to get burnt deep. He was playing soft earlier. Saw the route that the receiver was taking. And a good job of going back to the ball on it. Almost textbook.
So it's going to be a 2nd and 10 now. But more of a standard shotgun formation here. As they come out 3 receivers, 2 left, 1 right. And it's going to be a pass, another one over the middle. And number 6 bodies up the defender. Gage Armbruster busting arms over the middle for a first down and then some. And boy, he's got to wrap up the tackle over the middle, and that's really the one spot on the field where you have to bring the ball carrier down. You can't force him out of bounds. Have to wrap up the tackle, as they're not able to do so. The Rams now seeing the ball move to their side of the field for the 49-yard line.
Yeah, you see a guy with the last name Armbruster, you better tackle that guy. You need to wrap him up.
As it's a fresh set of downs for COS. Another man in motion. As it's going to be a handoff now up the middle. Pickup of maybe 4 yards for Jaquil Smith. And it's going to be a 2nd and 6 now.
Bringing in some fresh bodies on the line, too.
46-yard line. The ball is placed.
2nd down.
This second group of D linemen seem to be a little bit quicker on the RPO, but don't necessarily think COS is going to run back-to-back. It's not like them to run the ball back-to-back.
So COS coming out, shotgun. Receiver in motion, a little bit of a tight shotgun set here, as it's a RPO once again. Pass off to the left side and complete, and hit as he makes the reception. So kind of a soft zone as the completion to Marshall Sanders. And another first down as these Fresno City Rams are kind of giving a little too much right now on this second drive by the Giants.
Yeah, they're allowing the Giants basically muscle them off the line and find positioning downfield. You're going to have to I don't know, maybe you go into a nickel or set up into a nickel. Maybe that could stop it.
It's another fresh set of downs. 2 receivers right out of the shotgun set. 2 tight ends, man in the backfield. Ball is going to be a handoff to the man in the backfield. He will run it off to the left side, and he is stuffed for no gain and possibly even a loss on that play.
Yeah, the core of COS's game is the pass game. They literally pass about 4 times more than they run the ball. And don't get me wrong, the run game's not bad either, but yeah, the heart of this offense is through the passing game.
And thus far, that's what we've seen, is the passing game really coming to life for these Giants, as Peyton Faker comes in with 2,475 yards on the day, and that's not counting what he has racked up so far today in this first quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes left.
Fresno City has to put some hands on this quarterback. They got to get a sack or something big to happen for them.
And now the play is blown dead. Flag in the backfield. So we'll have to see what the laundry was for.
Possibly a delay game.
Delay a game.
That is what it was.
Number 10. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
And when you're running a complicated offense that has a lot of movement before the snap and a lot of different formation changes, really almost that kind of Peyton Manning-esque from the Colts back in the 2000s, where it's not a flat foot on the offense before the snap. Well, you run the risk of that, delay a game, getting everyone on the same page. It's not always easy.
And now they brought in, I believe, number 6, number 4, Dwayne Coleman. So this could be some type of dump pass.
And it's going to be, looks like a timeout called, I believe, by Fresno City.
Sequoias. That's their first timeout.
And I think Fresno City recognized it. So I think it forced coach over on the COS side to call timeout.
Well, if you're tuning in this afternoon, thank you for tuning in. And if you're on the sidelines tuning in this afternoon, thank you, Gino, for giving us that recommendation on the formation changes as the Rams calling a timeout. 6-0 our score thus far. The COS Giants leading the Rams here in this interconference matchup. Again, COS coming in 7-1 overall. Had a good year, 3-0 in conference. And so, Gino, what have you thought really on these first 2 offensive possessions for COS? What can the Rams do to slow down the COS passing game?
They got to make this quarterback uncomfortable. Right now, he's sitting in the pocket. He's moving up. He doesn't have. We need to find his happy feet, as they say. If they can get him to his happy feet and get him off of his game, they got a good chance of getting the turnover. But right now, that O-line for COS is giving him plenty of time.
Well, those happy feet are what props up a 6'5", 208-pound frame out of Kennedy Catholic High School. As we're talking about Peyton Faker, the quarterback for these Giants, a giant quarterback at 6'5". He's going to be a tough guy to bring down, but you do have to put some pressure on him, as this is going to be, here's maybe a little bit of pressure as pass complete off to the left side, now spinning away from the play. There, number 82, O'Brien Flanagan, and that is not quite a first down, but it's going to be 3rd and short now coming up here. So a little bit more pressure on that play, but not quite able to get to him, and that's the difficulty. When you're dealing with a team like this with a big offensive line and a big quarterback, really getting into that backfield and then finishing the job is a tall task for this Rams defense.
And the Rams defense needs to start working the inside and the outside evenly, because this offensive line is getting really settled in now.
Just a minute 45 left in this first quarter as the backfield empties 5 wide. It's a spread look now for the quarterback, Peyton Faker, playing out on the offensive line. As this one is snapped, it's going to be a pass, obviously, and it's a big sack in the backfield, brought down at the 32-yard line by a number of Rams defenders, and it's going to be a 4th down, 4th and 9. There's that defensive pressure you're talking about, Gino.
And needed at this point, literally. Great job defensively. Again, we need a lot more of that, too. I mean, they really need to get him off of his game. And you saw him after the play was over. He was yelling at his receivers. It wasn't their fault. Good job on the defense. The whole line gave up on that play.
Well, it's easy to give up when you rush 6, as I think I might have counted. That's about the number that I saw rushing the quarterback. But a great defensive play now for the Rams, and 49 seconds left on the clock. That'll be the second timeout call. Or second charge timeout.
I think the Rams want to look at this formation one more time, only because everybody's starting to, like we were talking about earlier, pull the plays out of the bag type thing. And the Rams used a fake punt or a fake field goal last week. So, COS might have saw that and said, oh, we've got a fake in our bag too.
Make sure that defense is ready for anything if you're Fresno City here. Now, also, if we're talking about, a little bit of psyche conversation, well, if they're going to try for the field goal here, what are the thoughts going through Matt Garza's mind after missing that extra point earlier?
Yeah, if he's going for a field goal, we're looking at a 50-yarder.
A little bit longer of an attempt here. As actually, I believe they may be coming out in the punting formation. And indeed, they are going to come out in the punting formation.
Umpire on the punt for COS.
Spread.
COS now to punt, but now this is one where you'll want to keep an eye on, again, for that fake. It's not a fake, it's a punt, and it's a pretty decent one considering where they were on the field, and it is going to be downed at the 2-yard line by the Giants. And frankly, that was a gift from the Giants, as that ball could have been down significantly closer to the goal line. I think it's going to be marked at the 3, so a tough place to take over if you're Fresno City, but at the very least they're able to hold these COS Giants scoreless on their second drive of the game.
Yeah, 39 seconds left on the clock, and the Rams get the ball back. I'm okay with that. Hey, let's, if anything, they're probably going to run the ball right now. Waste the clock. Start over in a sense in the second quarter.
And talking about this old school game, you look at the clock, 39 seconds left in the first quarter, and I believe this is the 4th drive of the game. So what year is it, Gino?
Yeah.
It's the Rams come out in the shotgun. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle. Big run, good run up the middle as he's hit hard as he comes back towards the right hash line. Well, that's number 4, Jordan Colbert on the carry. Picks up about 6 and 6-7 yards. Yep, brings it out of the shadow of the goalposts to the 10-yard line and a second down.
Great run there by Colbert, too. North-south, keeping his head up, body low.
And now a quick snap back to Colbert on the left side. This one's not quite as efficient as the last drive. Really a little bit more east-west running on that play. The north-south looked pretty good on the first carry as that one's brought down for no gain on the play. Actually a loss of about a half a yard.
Yeah, number 24, Josiah Paga, played a really good defensive end on that play, sucking the offense back
the end of the first quarter.
Right where to go as the quarter timer expires. You've reached the end of the first quarter. It's a 6-0 score. COS Giants taking the lead on that opening drive touchdown, but missing the extra point as it's a 6-0 score. So, Gino, after a quarter of football, haven't seen a whole lot of Rams offense. What are you hoping to see the Rams do, here early in the second quarter to, get on the board?
Hold the ball. We've got a good run game. We might as well use the bevy of running backs we've got. But again, Ben, I'm going to go back to it. Being an offensive lineman myself back years ago, it starts on the line, and these guys know it. This offensive line knows it. Coach C knows it. He's talking to the O-line right now, Basically, hey guys, it's time to move up. It's time to move some bodies.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it needs.
You're not going to win a football game by having 6 offensive plays per quarter, and I believe that's how many offensive plays the Rams had in the first quarter of this football game, as it's going to be 3rd and 11 I'm seeing on the board. So we'll double check on that once they get back to the lines. I don't think it's a 3rd and 11, as it looks like a 3rd and about 3 from the 10-yard line. As the Rams take the field, and Gino will look to see if they can do what you said and keep the ball moving, keep possession of this ball, and also really give the Rams defenders an extra chance to kind of catch their breath as well. They were on the field for a long time in that first quarter as the Rams, Yajay Vance comes out in the shotgun set. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. He's going to roll out to his left, and now he might tuck it and run. No, he's going to throw, and it's a completion, little bobble catch to number 37, and a first down by Amani Sua, tight end out of Torres, and a really kind of nifty play there as he popped it up in the air and caught it himself, and it's a first down for Fresno City.
A little too much pepper on that pass from Vance there, but that was a good pull-in by the receiver.
So really, Vance a little amped up today, overthrowing the receiver in the first possession, but that time able to reel it just a bit just in enough to get the first down, and a fresh set of downs from the 22-yard line. Ball is snapped, and it's going to be a pass play again. Throw off to the left side, a big pickup of 8-9 yards to Marquise Cropper, and that's the reception he was looking for in the first quarter with Cropper, and that's another first down for the Rams.
And that's the kind of confidence we were talking about that Vance has. That type of throw again, we wouldn't see that. You didn't see that in the first 2 or 3 games.
And if you could define those last 2 plays with 2 words, the 2 words are very simple: on schedule. Those were very good on schedule throws. One for a first down, and then the very next one for a first down. As fresh set of downs from the 32-yard line. Shotgun set, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Ball's going to be a handoff now to Colbert. Colbert to the left side, picks up about 5 or 6 yards on the first down. And so once again, those 2 words, on schedule. First down run, picks up 5.
Nice job by Colbert. Yeah, definitely looking at what the defense gave him on that, basically, and cutting at the right time, catching the 5. He looked like they might have had him in the backfield, but he was able to basically come around the outside, and great crack block on that on the left tackles.
And Colbert coming off a game just a week ago against Monterey Peninsula where he had, it was 9 carries, 60 yards. Didn't get a touchdown, but he did have a 22-yard pickup as it's a 2nd and 5. Ball is going to be a play action, and it's Ajay Vance dancing around in the backfield. Flag in the backfield now. 2 flags. Vance rolling to his right. Picks up maybe 2 yards on a little bit of an impromptu scramble, but we are going to possibly see something come back, as there's a lot of laundry down there by the offensive line.
Yeah, and I think we got an offensive holding. Yeah.
Offense, number 23, previous spot foul, still second down.
And really, Gino, it looked to me like the play just kind of broke down there, and a lot of times when the play breaks down, that's what you're going to see is your offensive line almost scrambling for leverage and position.
Yeah, it sucks too because I hate to use that terminology, but you go from 2nd and 5 now to 2nd and 15.
Yep.
On a play that you probably would have been at 3rd and 3. But these are definitely some of the lows that we can work through at halftime.
So 2nd and 15, really back-to-back 7-yard pickups, and we'll be off to the races as ball is snapped. It's a rollout to the right, and a big pickup, and wow, boy. Number 9, Ray Brown, hitting the deck after he caught that, and I think he just about missed getting his head taken off as there was a Giants defender coming in hot.
He felt that. He felt the presence, and he was able to get down and duck under it. And a great catch. Now we're at 3rd and short.
They say heard footsteps. They always talk about it in a negative connotation. I think that was the right time to hear footsteps on that play, as it's 3rd and 2
right
now from the COS 40.
And a nice pass by Ajay, too.
And good job seeing the open man. He was not open for long, but he was open.
Absolutely.
As a 3rd and 2 attempt now for the Rams. 3 receivers. And now dropping back into the pistol set. There's number 4, Colbert. Ball is snapped. It's going to be a spin off to the left. Looks like the man was not where he expected him to be. It's a great pass up to the left side. Cropper over the middle, and he is off to the races. Back to the right, to the 20. He is into the red zone. And a big first down play, and I see flags coming in after the play. There's one on the near side, one on the far side. We'll have to find out what those are for. Also, a player lost his helmet on that play. But, boy, a big pickup for the Rams, and we'll see what the penalty is.
Might be a hold after the catch.
That's what I'm thinking, is it came in a little bit late. Just as the play was ending, I saw the flag at the 20 on the near side. As we'll see what this is. And I see both squads marching back. It's not good news if you're a Rams fan or in a helmet on the sideline, as there is also a flag back at the 43-yard line. I think offsetting penalties here would mean a replay of down, which is really too bad after a great play and a really great run after the catch by Marquise Crawford. Picked up about probably 30, 40 yards after the catch on that play.
Yeah, that spin to get the yak on that play was outstanding. And
there are 2 fouls on the play. We have personal foul, hands to the face, number 5 on the offense. That penalty is declined. We also have personal foul, number 14, participating without a helmet on. That penalty will be enforced from the spot of the foul. It'll still be 3rd down.
So 3rd down after participating in the play after the removal of the helmet. And that's a tough call to make. I think he'd lost that helmet almost as soon as the play was going. And I'm looking down the field just like the rest of us were. I think the player that lost his helmet on that play, if I'm not mistaken, that was Jordan Colbert. As I don't see him on the field as the mandatory play off after your helmet pops off rule in effect. I see him standing on the sidelines now. But boy, just a tough break now for the Rams, as it's 3rd and 14 after what would have been a first down into the red zone of COS. Ball is snapped. It's going to be a pass play by Ajay Vance. He just steps up into the pocket. Now he's going to take off and run over the middle. He's got some yardage. Good pickup. He's hit hard at about the 38-yard line, and it's going to bring up 4th and a little bit less yardage than it would have been had he been brought back down in the backfield. Gino, what do you have to think on that play?
Honestly, that play almost looked like Vance was tripped. I would love to see the replay on that tackle, because it didn't look like a clean tackle at all. And
well, it almost looked like he kind of tried to juke to his right, and as he moved back to his left, I think he got kind of winged, hit him on the right side of the body and spun him around.
Well, it looked like his feet came out underneath too, like the defender was whipping on it. So I don't know. I would love to see the replay on that, but.
Well, either way, it's a fourth down and 4. As now it's going to be a fake punt. The throw to the left, and it's a completion and a first down for Fresno City. Completed off to the left side. Number 38, Jordan Collins, with the reception from Dean Scribner. And boy, just a month ago we were talking about he was a quarterback in high school. Now he's a quarterback as a punter.
When are we going to see those plays, right? We talked about it in pregame too, you know. When are we going to start seeing these plays?
Boy, we talked about it just a few possessions ago as well, that they've been pulling some tricks out of the basket on special teams, and that one picks them up a first down to the 48-yard line as they approach midfield and look to keep this drive alive.
Almost like Scribner knew how to throw the ball that way.
Go figure.
Woo, nice play.
And also credit Jordan Collins, defensive back, got himself open and got himself a reception on special teams, as this is going to be a run up the middle, a big pickup and a first down, and then some by Jordan Colbert. Colbert has been having himself a heck of a second quarter. As just over 9 minutes and 40 seconds left in this second half. A first down for the Rams, and they keep the chains moving.
Yeah, Colbert's their big back. He's their big get-to back, and you definitely want to get to him at some point in the game, especially when you're looking for the tough yards.
And again, he's looking to maybe punch the ball into the end zone for his 4th score of the year. Came up without a touchdown last week after leading the rest of this Rams squad in rushing. 60 yards on 9 carries just a week ago out in Monterey Peninsula.
You know, that's the beauty of this team, too, honestly, Ben, is these guys don't really worry about the numbers. They're worried about the W.
As now, speaking of numbers and W, Colbert with a big run. He cut back to his left after picking the ball up to his right and shook a defender, practically tossed one over his shoulders, and a first down at the 25-yard line for Fresno City.
It's a great play, great job on the offensive line, and literally right side of that line opened up a huge hole for him to run up.
That right side opened up a line that bounced him back out to his left, and that's what led him across the first down marker. And the 26-yard line now.
Man, when Colbert's full speed, too, watch out. Watch out. That's a big boy.
As we've seen him at close to full speed at least a couple times on this drive. As speaking of full speed, here's another handoff. This one to number 23. It's a handoff to Andrew Chavez. Chavez to the left side on the pickup, and that's going to be another first down for Fresno City to the 15-yard line. 11 yards on the run. And talk about balance. Well, there wasn't a whole lot of balance on the COS side. Very much passing-oriented. But, boy, these Rams have been balanced on this drive, have they not?
Yeah, and Chavez is a grinder. Like, he literally is one of those guys that you give the ball to in short yardage and let him grind that, let him grind those yards out. This time he was actually saw the outside and took the opportunity.
As first down for Fresno City, and I think now there's going to be a false start call.
I think our left guard.
False start, offense, number 9.
That was a open and shut case. As the false start, aside from the receiver.
Sometimes a little difficult to see down the line.
Yep. As a first and 15 now from the 20. But, boy, the way the Rams have been moving the ball so far in this drive, that first and 15, first and 20, whatever. They've been getting first downs left and right.
He's got both his big receiver sets in, too.
So 2 receivers, 1 to each side, 2 tight ends, and now it's going to be a handoff, and now stuffed in the backfield as the Giants blew that one up before it could develop. As once again, Andrew Chavez on the carry, dropped for loss of about 2, and it's a 2nd and 17 now. So after that penalty on first down, dropped him back 5, now a loss of 2 pushes him back even further. 2nd and 17, but this Rams offense not unfamiliar with adversity on this drive after several flags that brought them back, as they've been able to push it forward. It's kind of one thing they've done on this drive in particular is they've fought against themselves with the flags.
Yeah, Josiah Harris that time, he snipped it out, was able to shed his block, but we'll see how this run turns.
Snapped out of the pistol set, and instead it's going to be a big sack for this Giants defense. Yajay Vance, no time to throw the ball. He looked like he was getting a play fake together, and by the time he spun around to get the ball out, boy, he had a wall of defenders in his face. And he is sacked in the backfield. A big loss.
Yeah, Packy Crawford read the play pretty easily on that defensively, and unfortunately he was given a lane to come up in, and Vance couldn't get away from him.
So it's 3rd and 30 now for Fresno City from the 35-yard line. Ajay Vance in the pistol set, 2 receivers right, 1 to his left. Now his man in the backfield moving into the shotgun standard formation. It's going to be a pass play, a quick pass off to the left side, and, well, I'm not sure where the flag on that play was, as, boy, there was a defender just tying up the receiver, Jacob English, and he's talking to the officials, and I'm kind of questioning that myself, as he was at about the 15-yard line. The ball it landed about the 10, and, you know, if he had stayed on his momentum, which was stopped by the defender, he would have probably ended up about where the ball was. Yeah. It's about as textbook PI as I could call.
I hate playing the Zebras, but I think they missed that one.
They'll miss 1 or 2 every couple of 1 or 2 per game, but boy, that was a big time for a missed call. Yeah. As now the punting unit back on. And you'll have to wonder how much these Giants might be thinking about what happened earlier on this drive when the punting unit came on. But it is 4th and 30 from the 35-yard line, as they are going to take the delay of game on this to push the ball back and give them a little bit extra room to punt the ball. As, you know, if you're the punting unit, you might do that again just to give yourself a little extra space as well.
Well, we know there won't be a fake on this play.
Well, you say that.
Touche, Ben.
4th and 35 now from the 40-yard line. Scherfner deep to punt. Boy, this would be a deep pass if he were to make it, and no, it is not, as this is a high sailing punt. And, you know, I'm kind of curious what he was thinking there, waving for the fair catches. If he had let that one go, it would have bounced right into the end zone. But, hey, you know, if you're the Rams, you'll take it, as the Giants will take over on their own 2-yard line, very comfortably within the shadow of their own goalposts now to start their drive.
It helps having 12 guys on the return team.
It most certainly does.
Especially when the one guy's wearing an orange helmet. That was an interesting call for him to do that.
Yeah, I think he downed the ball for Fresno City just now, if that's what you want to call that fair catch. Giants now with 98 yards to drive down the field, as the Rams look to maybe get an extra 2 points out of this. Make it a 6-2 score. When's the last time you saw one of those in Gridiron, Gino?
It's been a minute. Well, it was very kind of him, to say the least.
As this is going to be a pass play now off to the left side, and it's incomplete. And just too many bodies in the same place. And, you know, the Giants player there, number 82, O'Brien Flanagan, he was in the right position on that play, but boy, he just had 2 Rams defenders right on him to hit him as he had that pass come in, not able to complete it, and it's a 2nd down.
Yeah, it looks like they're kind of not necessarily chiming in on Holmes, but receiver-wise, they're going against Holmes, it seems. It seems like he's almost on every single pass play, either breaking it up or making a tackle.
So the Giants in the shotgun set. This is going to be another pass play. So back-to-back pass plays from within the shadow of their own goalposts, and boy, is the Rams defense lucky that they were able to have that pass fall incomplete, as Faker's pass attempt to Marshall Sanders is incomplete. Would have been about a 40-plus yard pickup, and I'm thinking 98-yard pickup if that ball landed in the hands. And I think on that play, everybody got confused. It looked like the receiver and the defender both mixed up their routes, if you will.
Yeah, and the safety didn't pick it up either. Didn't see the cornerback making that piece, so little blown coverage actually helped us on that, clearly.
Felt like blown coverage on both sides now as the Giants come out. Empty backfield from their own 2, so we're going to see 3 potential consecutive pass plays from the 2-yard line. This is going to be a throw off to the left side, complete, and it's only a pickup of about 3 yard lines. And what on earth was the offensive coordinator thinking on that drive?
Well, he did his checkdowns, and everybody was covered. And a great job by Rams safety that time, basically taking away the deep pass. He had really no choice but to find the underneath.
Well, taking away the deep pass, but Boy, you have 3 straight pass plays from the 2-yard line, and if you're asking me, I'm saying at least one of those, you got to try to punch that ball out and give yourself some breathing room. But if you're Fresno City, you're thankful for the decisions made on the offensive side of the ball for COS.
Right, and you got to know where that first down marker is, and even with a guy in motion or in play the way it was, he's 7 yards shy of the marker. Might as well just toss it.
Now deep to punt it in the end zone. This is not going to be a great punt. It will roll to about the 43-yard line as now one man is shook and now another one is shaken, and a flag comes in after the play. So about a 5-6-yard pickup for number 23, Andrew Chavez, on the return. But we'll see what the flag was for.
I'm curious. I don't know what that flag was for.
There was a lot of pushing and shoving after the play, but I kind of saw it on both sides. But we'll see what happens here. As either way, the punt was returned to
block in the back
the 35-36-yard line, and it's the block in the back.
Penalty from the spot of the foul for down Fresno.
So a illegal block in the back, and that's one thing that I can say we've seen a little bit more of today than we've seen in the last several games for these Rams. Is we've seen a little bit more penalties.
Yeah, we got to clean that. They definitely got to clean that up. They'll talk about it at halftime. We got 5 minutes and 20 on the clock right now. This would be a good time for the Rams to put a drive together and get some points before going into the halftime.
And use all that clock, as remember the Rams are going to get the ball back, heading out of halftime. As now 2 receivers, now 3 after men move in motion. Pistol set for Yajae Vance. Takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff. Chavez tries to hit the hole up the middle, maybe picks up half a yard, and it's a second down. So that hole, if it was ever there, it closed pretty quick.
Yeah, and understandably so. And the coach literally wants to get that clock started. So, you put your big boys in. We run up the 2-hole and see what comes out of it. But good job on COS plugging the hole.
2nd and 9 now. As like Vance trying to get the defense to jump off sides there, clapping his hands, trying to force an offsides call. They don't bite on it. Instead, the ball is going to be snapped here, and it will be a pass off to the right side, and it is great defense by number 32 on the Giant side, Pana Tuputala. Pana Tuputala, the offensive or outside linebacker.
Out of Roosevelt High School.
Really good defense there. As soon as the ball came in, just punching it out. And boy, that's how they teach you to punch out a fumble. He just used that technique on a pass as it's 3rd and 9.
Yeah, we talked about it too, Ben, earlier. Both these defenses are really sound. They're both very solid. And it's going to be about the most disciplined defense today. Know your role, know your game, know the game plan, and execution.
So 3rd and 9 now. Empty backfield for Yajae Vance. 3 receivers right, 2 to his left. Ball is snapped, and there's no doubting what this is going to be. A pass off to the right now, and it's going to be incomplete. Incomplete, and another questionable decision there. Now that one not quite as bad as the previous one, as it looked like that ball might have been slightly overthrown, but either way there are 2 men in the vicinity, and you got to throw a flag in that spot.
My goodness, I'm at a loss for words on that play. That's, to me, I guess that should have been a PI, but
now that one, if you're given any little bit of leeway to this officiating squad, you can say that one might have been overthrown had the pass interference, I'll say it, not been committed. But boy, what a play! Now as this one's going to be punted high in the air, it's going to land at about it touches It bounced on the ground. It bounces off number 31 on the Giants, Gustavo Rea Huizar, and into the Rams' hands. A fumble. And that is exactly what happened. So the Rams able to capitalize.
You got to know where the ball is.
What a play! So the punt sails high in the air, bounces, and you caught a Giants player looking really towards their own end zone, and it bounces off his helmet, lands at about the 12, and the Rams take over actually at the 10-yard line.
Ben, you got one job: know where the ball is.
That is, well, And I think we know what job he did not perform on today, is now we might as well consider that a 4th down conversion. This one is going to be run up the gut. And now Colbert up the middle into the end zone. He bounces off the tackle at about the 4-yard line and into the end zone. This game is tied at 6. Colbert with the score, and the Rams even it up late in the second quarter.
10 yards of hard football right there. You see him run north-south. We talked about it earlier. When he gets a little speed and a little momentum, tough to bring down.
Well, the north-south run didn't work at the beginning of this drive, but it worked to polish it off as the Rams punch it into the end zone for 6, and pending the extra point, will take a lead late in the second quarter.
If we learn anything from that run, too, or from that drive, is you got to keep your feet moving. You got to keep your feet moving.
So the kick is up, and it is good. And just like that, Liam Peterson puts the Rams up 7-6 with 4 minutes and 14 seconds left in the second quarter. So really a wild second quarter so far. As really the Rams had that long drive that ended in a punt after a 4th and 35, and then they were gifted that punt on the last drive. One play later, they're in the end zone, and now they've got the lead. So, Gino, what are you thinking heading into this last 4 minutes of the second quarter?
Smart defense. Know exactly where you need to be on defense right now, and you know they're gonna. I mean, we know what COS is gonna do. They're gonna pass. They're not going to run very much. They don't run very much. They're going to pass. So you need your secondary and your safeties to be on point.
So Colbert picking up his 4th touchdown of the year. That's the one that he lacked in last week's game. Again, 9 carries, 60 yards on 9 carries last week. As boy, he may be approaching that number already in this game. As Peterson on to kick. He will send this one deep, and we are back underway here. Back to return, number 4, Dwayne Coleman. Gets it at about the 1, cuts back to his right, stumbles at about the 10-yard line, and now moves out to his left side, picks up about an extra 2-3 yards. And boy, that stumble I thought was going to have them pinned at the 15. He was able to get a little bit of extra yardage just at the 23-yard line, and that's where the Giants will take over on their next possession.
If I'm the defensive coach, I'm putting fast D lineman down right now. I want to put as much pressure on the quarterback right now in this particular scenario as possible. I'm not even worried about the run. I'm not even worried about the pass. I'm worried about putting the pressure on the quarterback.
And see how he reacts to it. That's
Absolutely.
something we haven't seen a lot of. We saw it a little bit towards the end of their last sustained drive. Haven't seen a lot of it today, pressure on the quarterback. As now the Rams are going to send, it looks like they sent one, but on the handoff, it's not really going to matter as he is stuffed at the line for a no gain.
Fast
and it's
D-lineman.
2nd and 10.
Exactly. Fast D lineman, Ben.
What you called for.
Absolutely. Read the offense. We said they weren't going to run. We knew they were going to run at least once. They got their run out of the way. Now here comes the pass.
Well, they ran it on the predictable down, too. So, if you're going to run it, well, if you're a pass-first offense, well, we know what you might do on first down.
And you want to get the clock going, too.
So, just over 3.5 minutes left to play in the first half of football. Man in motion, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Tight end in motion out to his left. Ball's going to be a quick pass off to the left side to the receiver in the backfield, and he is going to be stopped just after he gets past the line of scrimmage. Maybe a pickup of 3 as it's 3rd and 7 now, and these Rams looking to force a turnover, maybe get another score on the board heading into the half.
This is a big play for the defense. They got to put pressure. They got to put pressure on the quarterback.
2 timeouts for both sides as well, as we are late in the first half. Clock winding down under 3 minutes.
I almost feel like the PA announcer's in the booth with us.
It feels like that today. It really feels like the crowd is here, and there's a very big crowd this afternoon.
Yeah.
Great turnout, as this is going to be a pass off to the right side, and it is complete. A great reception and brought down inbounds. Brought down. And now the receiver, Marshall Sanders, he is still down on the sideline. Sitting upright, made the catch. And the reason I said great catch was he made that catch and then just really ripped the ball away from the defender, gave him no chance at forcing an incompletion on that reception.
Yeah, Jamari Carter tried to get in there and mess up the pass, but It was a great pass, great catch.
Very strong hands by Sanders, too. Again, the second leading receiver going into this game. 564 yards coming into the game.
Got to kind of have the Ted Lasso theory. You know, you want to be a goldfish if you're a defender right now. You don't want to think about it too much. Get rid of that, you know.
Short memory.
Short memory. So, literally at this point, you know, if I'm Carter, I'm like, okay, next one, I got this, you know.
Have that closer's mentality.
Absolutely.
Gotta forget that last play, on to the next one now as the Giants come out tight set here. Tight pistol set, man in motion. Now is the wide receiver. It's going to be a handoff and stuffed in the backfield. Great defense on that play. There's a little bit of delay on that handoff. Almost looked like it kind of got off on the wrong foot. Really had to double his effort on handing the ball off, and it's a drop of 3 yards on the play.
And their quarterback isn't really selling much of the fake of anything, to be honest with you, too.
Well, and when you're, you know, as you've alluded to several times this game, as we've reached the 2-minute clock, you know, you've alluded to several times this game, you know, this is a pass-first offense. And in this spot on the field, I believe you're going to pass even on first down. So when you're bringing pressure like that, that's a very great time to bring pressure. When they have the handoff in the backfield, it's something that you're not expecting as a defense. But, boy, if you're bringing pressure, you can get anywhere.
You know, we talked about it earlier, Ben. COS scoring averaging 33 points a game. And against 21, we knew this game, like we said in the beginning, this is going to be a slugfest. And we knew both defenses were going to show up. We didn't know how low scoring this game was going to be in the first half. But I do expect the second half to be a lot more exciting as far as scoring goes on both ends. But right now, if I'm Fresno City's defense, I'm about right now in the moment. You got 2 minutes, stop them right now.
Well, the thing to also keep in mind is that this Giants team, really their fewest points scored all seasons, 21, and that was in their first 2 matchups. Well, they won 1 and they lost 1. As to this point, they've been held to only 6 points. As it's a 2nd and 13 from the 44-yard line, from the Rams' 44. 4 seconds, 3 on the play clock, 2 on the play clock. It's running down, and now the snap is mishandled. It's a pass complete off to the left side. Very good job kind of recovering on that play for the quarterback, Peyton Faker, and also a good job of the defense to step up and quickly make that tackle inbounds, keeping the clock rolling as it's 3rd and 6.
One more time.
Yeah, this is pretty much the biggest defensive play today right now. They've got to make this big defensive play.
Well, you say that now, but I'm thinking if they make the stop, you're thinking this 4-down territory?
It is for them.
I'm thinking this is 4-down territory.
It is for them.
Shotgun snap. Here's the ball. Pass off to the right side. It's complete. And
it's going to be short.
Short of a first down.
Baker looking for Sanders. Incomplete.
Actually, no, incomplete. It looks like that ball must have been forced out by the ground, and it's a 4th down. So 4th and 6 now. And as I just said, with 4-down territory, I do see that quarterback, Peyton Faker, still out on the field.
Jamari Carter on that play, too. Again, good goldfish mentality, you know. Great job by him.
Timeout called now.
Timeout, Sequoias. That's their second
charge. I was a little shaken up on that play, but it was a good defensive play nonetheless.
So just under a minute and a half, minute 20 left in the first half of football. So COS looking to kind of get their game plan together for this 4th down. And really, if you're on defense, what are you expecting them to send on this 4th down play? Are you thinking they're thinking end zone, or are they looking to just get the first down?
I'm looking for a bootleg, honestly, Ben. I'm looking for something small, 7 or 8 yards. They've been very successful over the middle. That's kind of where they've been, where their bread and butter's been today on 3rd and 4th down has been over the middle. So, I mean, I don't expect them to run. I definitely expect quarterback to roll 3 back and do his check downs, but over the middle is where we've been getting hurt, so we definitely want to have somebody ready for that.
So if I'm the offensive coordinator, I just heard what you said, I'd be calling a run play here.
Yeah, probably. Antonio Cherry, middle linebacker, number 11. I got a feeling if he can get in on this play over the middle somehow, that would be the benefactor.
So big 4th down due up here from the 42-yard line of Fresno City. Giants come out in a 3-receiver set, one man in the backfield, a tight end to the left of Peyton Faker. He rolls out to his right, looks back to his left, hit as he throws, incomplete, picked off! Interception! And it's intercepted by Brandon Holmes, and the Rams will take over at the 19-yard line. And what do you have to say about that play, Gino?
Great job by Brandon Holmes. Great defensive play, period. Knowing as a defender where the ball is the hardest thing to do, and to come back on it and make a play like that, can't ask for more than that.
Hey, we talk a little bit also about the defensive pressure that the D-line got on that play, getting into the backfield and forcing that pressure, like you've said all day. That's going to be instrumental in this win and slowing down Peyton Faker, and they did just that on 4th and 7, and they forced the turnover on downs and take over on the 19-yard line.
Complicated throw, good defensive play. Here we go, Rams. Got a ball game with a minute 14.
Minute 14, and the first play is going to be a handoff. He gets back to the line, and maybe a yard on the play, and it's going to bring up 2nd down.
I just got a gut feeling, Ben, we're going to see a deep pass. It's a good feeling. I know it sounds silly.
You know, they're leaving the clock rolling here with, a 2nd and 8, leading by 1. What makes you think that, Gino?
Bottom part of your screen there, single receiver set.
Well, actually, now it's going to be a pass, and the pass is incomplete on the left side, and there's the flag. And boy, I don't know if that flag is going to be for PI or for something after the play. As penalty markers down, and it was definitely pass interference, but boy, he took a minute to haul that flag out.
That was a late
we'll
flag.
We'll see if that flag got
them.
tied up in his pocket or if it was on and after the play. Okay, I'm seeing a pass interference call. My heart was in my throat for a second there. And actually, just to bring us up to speed, that was Christian English on the pass attempt.
Number 32, 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Well, now tack on the extra 30 yards we're missing for the other ones, and we're talking. But 15 yards on the pass interference call. So that pass actually came out of the hand of Christian English, the quarterback, taking over for Yaje Vance on this last drive of the first half.
That's huge, too, Ben. Now we're at the 36-yard line. We're in position with 1st down, with a whole new set of downs. All kinds of stuff we can do with offense.
Boy, the only thing you wish is it was a spot foul like you have in the NFL. But English now rolls off to his right side, throws to the right, pass complete to Cropper, and he picks up a 1st down. 33 seconds left on the clock. The clock stops for the chains to move as they are lined up and ready to go. He spikes the ball. English spikes the ball, saves a timeout, 26 seconds on the clock. And 2 timeouts left for Fresno City. So they've good position here now as it's a 2nd down. Have to flip that down marker over. There it is. As there's a 2nd down and 10.
Great pass. Great pass by English.
So Christian English in for his first drive of the game for the Rams. He will fake the handoff. Look right. Now he'll look left and try to throw it. He's hit from behind and brought down in the backfield. I think he had just made his mind up to take off with that ball by the time he got sacked. And it's the first timeout for Fresno City.
Timeout of the half.
So English brought down on the sack on that play. 3rd and long now with 19 seconds left. And you thinking just 2 shots downfield? What are you thinking about here,
Yeah,
Gino?
we're going to see a time pass right now. Some type of time pass. Maybe a slant on the inside. Something to set up possible field goal or at least get us in somewhere inside the 35. That would be ideal. Give the guys opportunity to maybe get a field goal.
And Christian English does have a bit of an arm on him. Longest pass of 47 yards on the season. Of course, he hasn't had as much opportunity as the starter for the Rams, Yaje Vance. Vance out of this drive. As talking about the coaching staff, and again, Coach Cavilla's final game here at Ratcliffe. The opportunity to get his 200th win at Fresno City. 27-year career. Really a legend of Fresno City football.
Literally a legend in Fresno City football. I asked Coach, if there were anyone, anybody he wanted to thank, and the list is too long, he said. So the list is too long, and there's not enough time, but he definitely wanted to thank everybody for everything, literally. Like, this whole 27-year run was amazing, and for us to be on the outside looking in and to be a fly on the wall in coach's office, it's pretty special.
So that last play was incomplete on a pass attempt to the left side by Christian English. There was a flag on the play, and I think that flag,
offside.
There was an offside
on the
call
offense.
on the offense.
Yep. Zone.
Saw the
That penalty will be
wide
applied.
receiver man in motion, got his foot just a
Third
little
down.
bit too far ahead of the line of scrimmage, and I could see that from up here.
I did ask Coach, too. But,
Sorry, correction, 4th down.
This is a 4th and 16. And he gave us an extra down back there for a second.
I asked him what he was going to do in his retirement, and he wasn't sure, quite frankly, but he knew that regardless if he was stepping away, that he knew how much he means to this program, and I'm sure whoever takes over will be calling him on his retirement.
Well, I'd say that's a pretty good feeling to have, right? What are you doing once you're done working? I have no idea.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Interesting play now as the punt unit comes on. 2 seconds, 1 second left on the clock, and both teams switched units within about 15 seconds of the punt being taken off. And I don't think I've ever seen two swaps that quickly in my entire life, as the Rams still had their offensive unit on the field till about 18 seconds left on the play clock. They ran their offensive unit off, and then the COS just went, wait, we better do that too. But it's a punt. Lands at the 12, down at the 12-yard line, and that's where COS will take over on this drive. 7 seconds left on the clock, so not much to talk about here in this first half.
If COS does anything, it's going to be a deep pass, or they're going to kneel it out right now.
Well, I
Safe
see
thing would be a
a
kneel.
whole bunch of people by that line. I think this is going to be a kneel down. We've seen a trick play already once today, haven't we?
Yeah.
And there's no tricks in this one, as they will kneel this one down and wind out the first half of football. Good defensive battle between these two squads, these two conference rivals.
That's the end
The
of
score at the end of the
first half.
first half, the Fresno City Rams 7, COS Giants 6, as we head towards halftime. Gino, what do you have to think about in that first half of football?
Slugfest, defensive slugfest. We need to limit. We got to take advantage of the opportunities that are given, limit the penalties, and get back to being confident about the game we're playing.
Well, and what you'd said, we were talking about prior to the game is, these two squads coming in, totally different records, but totally different teams. 7-1 on COS, 3-0 in conference, the 2-1 conference record for Fresno City, 4-4 on the season, but these two teams very much more evenly matched than those records would have to say.
Yeah, absolutely. And Fresno City's record really doesn't reflect the type of team they are, and both these teams are a little bit differently too. We know that COS is more of a pass-heavy offense, and Fresno City's more of a balanced offense. But almost same results if you look at some of the stats. And regardless, it's going to be a fun second half, to say the least.
Definitely going into the second half. What should the Rams really be focused on?
Ooh, if I'm the Rams right now, I'm focused on getting my run game under me again, and that's going to open up the pass game. And I think we're going to see Vance open up a little bit more.
For sure. Well, now, heading into halftime, we've got our guest coming in this afternoon. Let me step up here. We've got to move some chairs around. We're going to play the musical chairs game.
That's my cue.
As I will step off to the side so that Gino can step off to the side. We're doing a little bit of single file walking upstairs. But going to bring on the Fresno City College student-run newspaper sports editor, Justin Shaw. Don't freak out. I am still here. I'm just off to the side. There we go. As now Justin coming in and joining us here. Going to give us a little bit of an update on Fresno City sports. Let us know how everyone's teams are doing, where they stand in conference, overall records and everything. But first, Justin, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, especially with the Rams taking the lead here into the third quarter. What have you thought about the game so far today?
The game's pretty interesting. I mean, the Rams are keeping it close, especially with Sequoia being number 7-1, number one in the conference. So
Absolutely. Now, with this win, if the Rams are able to pick up the win today, that's going to actually put them above COS in the conference. Despite COS having a better overall record, that will give Fresno City the edge in conference play. They would both be at 3-1, but the Rams would hold that tiebreak over COS. So can you talk a little bit also about some of the other sports? How are the other sports here at Fresno City doing this far in the season?
Men's soccer, they're number one in the conference. They played 6 conference games. They have 4 wins, 0 losses. They also have 2 ties. Overall, they've played 17 games. They have 9 wins, 2 losses, and 6 ties. I mean, they're doing really well. For FCC's soccer team has been really great. Their volleyball team is also first place. They're in first place. They play 5 games. They're 5-0 conference. Overall, they played 25 games. They've won 20 and they lost 5. So FCC sports this season is just doing well. Volleyball, soccer. Same with women's soccer. They played 13 games. They're 13-0 in their conference. They've played 17 games. They're 15-2 in total wins loss. So they're doing well. They're on the verge of making the playoffs. Their next 4 games for women's soccer is going to be, first game will be at Porterville, Tuesday, November 4th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then they'll be home to face Lemoore Friday, November 7th at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Then they face Lake Tahoe for their final home game. Their second to final home game, November 11th, Tuesday, November 11th, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here at the FCC soccer field. Then their final home game will be against Reedley, who is a rival to Fresno City College in all sports. It'll be Friday, November 14th at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Absolutely. Now, that Reedley rivalry, you're talking about that on the soccer side, but we've got that coming up next week as that final regular season matchup between the Fresno City Rams football team and the Reedley Tigers. What have you got to kind of prepare us for that week? Are you seeing a good matchup?
I'm seeing a great matchup. I mean, as of right now, Reedley is 0-3 in the conference. They're at the bottom of the conference, but anything can happen. But the Rams will show up. It's for the Battle of the Pump, so it's a really intense rivalry battle. Even Fresno City Student Government will be participating at halftime against Reedley Student Government for the Battle of the Gavel. So
awesome, getting everybody out there all on the same night. So be sure to tune in or head out if you can next week out to Reedley. And thanks for joining us this afternoon today from Ratcliffe Stadium. We'll be back after halftime. We've got Justin Shaw on the halftime today, giving us some Fresno City sports. My name's Ben Hensley. Gino Mora will be back with us for the second half of football. Rams leading 7-6 here over COS. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
We're going to be fast, very good offensively. I think we're just going to be fun to watch.
All right, welcome to another week of the Fresno City Football Report here in the KC24 CBS 47 Plus app studio. I'm joined, as usual, by the head coach of the Rams, Tony Caviglia. Coach, thanks for coming by. And tell me a little bit about who you brought today, one of your players.
Yeah, Marquise Cropper, wide receiver from Sanger High School, sophomore. Had a great game Saturday, and it's good to see him have a little breakout game this year.
Marquise, what do you think? Coming here to the studio, what do you think about it?
Just taking it all in, excited right now. Early in the morning, so just getting nerves out, Still a little shaky right now, so it's all good.
All right, so over the weekend, the Rams went to City College of San Francisco for a battle with the other Rams. They're also nicknamed the Rams. And unfortunately, Coach, you guys came up just a little bit short, 29-28, a terrific junior college football game. Again, the fourth quarter filled with drama. You guys missed a 59-yard field goal at the buzzer that would have won it for you. How hard is it to get over those type of tight losses, I guess?
Yeah, it's tough. We left a lot of plays out there. We had chances to win that game and we didn't do it, and it's a little bit frustrating. But we fought to the end, and I'm proud of the way our team competes. We just can't leave things on the plays on the field, and we can't we got to find a way to finish those tight games.
Yeah, the Rams now 2-2 on the season, getting ready for a matchup with College of San Mateo this week. Final non-conference game of the season. Marquise, the Bulldogs going to come in at 4-0. They're the defending state champions. They're ranked number 1 in the state. Do you get excited for a game like this?
I mean, yeah, for sure. Like, I got like me, you know, the next level is like all that's what I dream about. So it's like games like this is like that's preparing me for the next level. You know, I think it's like it's really like a stepping stone. It's going to show where I'm at and how much better I need to get in this off season, or if I'm at that level yet to start at a D1. Because these guys at San Mateo, these are all they're all D1 talent I'm going against. So it's like it's a good look for sure, and I'm not gonna take it for granted. You know, like I'm grateful to have this opportunity.
Marquise, of course, played at Sanger High School, like Coach mentioned, the younger brother of Jalen Cropper that so many of us here in the Valley are familiar with and used to covering. Jalen's with the practice squad with the Dallas Cowboys right now in the NFL. You're in your second year at Fresno City, and I would describe Saturday as kind of a breakout game for you individually, at least. You had 2 touchdowns in the first half of that game. What was that like to find pay dirt and to find the end zone as a receiver?
I mean, as a receiver, it's not going to be every game, you're in the end zone, but to have 2 in one game, let alone the first half, it felt great. So it's like just having that trust, with my coach and with my quarterback, it felt really good. I was feeling really good on Saturday, I just felt like I was in that mode, nothing was gonna stop me from doing what I had to do, But yeah.
Coach, how much fun is it seeing someone kind of continue to develop and then have, a game like that where you see all the hard work come to fruition?
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, really. I mean, coming out of his freshman year, he had a great off season. Worked real hard in the off season. Got significantly stronger, and you could tell he was a determined football player. And the American River game, we needed to get him the ball, and we the game got out of hand a little bit, so we kind of put him on the shelf for a little bit, let some of the other guys play. He's one of our top guys, and we got to find ways to get him the ball, and it's easier said than done, and Marquise knows that, and when the plays come his way, he's going to be ready, and that was evident Saturday.
The way that game played out, you guys fell behind, but again, for the second time this year, you showed a lot of fight in the fourth quarter of that game. You were down 2 scores at one point in the fourth quarter at City College of San Francisco, and you came back to take the lead, actually, late with about 3.5 minutes to go. Came up short in the end by a single point, like I mentioned, but just seeing that out of your team. You also had a comeback win on the road at Sierra in week 2, where you overcame a 2-touchdown deficit in the fourth quarter. You gotta like that about your team, that they're gonna keep fighting, they're gonna be resilient, and there's no give up in your group.
Yeah, and there's no panic on our sideline. Our kids are confident. We're not playing great football still. We're not. There's so much more for us to strive for, and we find a way to overcome bad situations and keep fighting, keep playing, and that's the beauty of the game of football. It gives you love, and it takes love away, and it's the ultimate team sport. You got to be firing on all cylinders to win football games, especially when both teams are relatively even. And if a team's a little better than you, then you got to find a little bit more in the tank, like we're going to have to do this Saturday. But it's the game of football rewards great effort, and just a couple little plays here and there, and it could have been a different story Saturday for sure.
Marquise, what do you learn from a game like that? 29-28 on the road in a tough environment, a place that has not been great to Fresno City, to be honest with you, over the years. It's been a tough place for the Rams to find a way to win. But you come up short, and I know it's disappointing, and I'm sure that bus ride back to Fresno from San Fran, wasn't too cheerful. But when you look back on it, like, what do you learn as a team, and what will be your message, as a leader on this team to your teammates?
I think it's like being a JUCO player. Like, it's not easy, like on the sideline. When you're on the sideline and you're not in the game, it's hard to stay engaged. Even if it's a close game, there's there's going to be some players that are going to be hating because it's like, it's JUCO. No one wants to, be on the sideline. So it's hard to keep everyone engaged. So it's like, in late games like that, I'm just trying to like encourage my teammates to stay in, like stay in the game with us. We were trying to encourage the defense to get stopped in a moment like that. So it's like, I think, like, yeah, it's definitely a tough loss, and it's hard to carry, to carry that, but it's like a learning experience. Like, we have a long season ahead of us, and we definitely didn't play to our full potential. I can 100% stand behind that. So it's like, but once we do play to our full potential, and once we do get over that hump, I really don't know what it is, but once we do get over that hump, I really do feel like we're going to be a playoff contending, state contending team.
Fresno City College is a place where dreamers, grinders, and strivers come together for something better. Every hallway, every classroom, every study session in the library whispers it. Whether first-generation student, veteran, artist, future nurse, engineer, or welder decides, I'm not done yet.
Live production is different because you don't have that leniency of saying, oh, we'll just go back and edit it. What you see is what the audience is going to see.
It's hard at first because you don't really know what to do, but it's definitely easy to catch on. I mean, you learn pretty quickly. I mean, the people around here are very helpful. It's a team effort, so everyone kind of learns a little bit of everything just from watching and doing.
When I show up to a live CMAC production, I know for a fact that I'm going to learn something new. I'm going to learn new skills. I'm going to get better at the skills that I already know. Overall, I'm just going to come out of it better than I was before.
On this type of production, team means not only like having a leader there, but also having friends, like multiple friends. Everybody's willing to help you out and listen. The staff at CMAC is really supportive and helpful, and they're also just really friendly in general and really welcoming.
Live production is unique because you really only get one shot. You don't get a do-over like in normal stuff with like sets and all that kind of stuff. It's really just like go, go, go.
The Fresno Fuego, first place in the Southwestern Division, and they were coming off a road trip that went about as perfect as you could get.
I love video production because of all of the hard work and like determination that it takes, because a lot of people, they're like, oh, I want to go into video production, but they don't really understand that it's actually more work than setting up a camera and pressing record.
I like working under pressure because it really motivates me to get things done. My job as a technical director is to push buttons when the director tells me to, and that will bring things onto the screen like bugs or different camera cuts.
I get a lot of the celebrations of the players when they finally make that goal. I get a lot of the corner kicks. I get a lot of like just the on the field action that kind of allows the viewer to actually be inside the actual game itself. I love video production because to me it seems like it's one giant puzzle that just needs to be solved.
The first time that I saw my replays on air, I felt sort of a sense of accomplishment because I knew that that was me.
Can't get it, left foot from Blanco, but it's finally in! The attack continues!
And just knowing that I was able to do that and have it look good, it just makes me feel really good.
Before I came into live production, I had never done anything that was a live shoot at all. Now I'm able to pull cables and run cameras and set up all these other different things. The entire thing is a learning experience. So if you have no experience to begin with, you're gonna come out learning something new, and you're gonna enjoy doing it.
To me, CMAC is really a community. I've met a lot of people, like a lot of great people that I think I will still be in contact with after this. Like, if I need to work on something, you still know someone that is interested in the same thing as you are. I will never forget this experience.
We all love the same thing, which is just creating media in general. Overall, it's just a very interesting experience, and it's awesome.
Give it a shot because you might end up belonging there more than you think you do.
Today, nearly 1 million people in the United States are living with Parkinson's disease. My husband Mel is one of those people. I'm Patty, his wife and care partner. Early signs of Parkinson's can be subtle: a tremor in your hand, stiffness in your body, short shuffling steps when you walk. Know the signs and how.
Welcome back to the field for the second half.
Welcome back to Ratcliffe Stadium here, Fresno City College leading the College of Sequoias Giants 7-6 heading into the second half of football. Gino Morrow alongside Ben Hensley on the call this afternoon as we bring you Rams football. Gino, what'd you have to think about that first half of football?
It felt really slow, but in the same respect, it felt like both defenses were really extreme. And what I mean by that is we saw both defenses kind of see the offensive schemes, but nobody really won that half. You know, it was we talked about it in the pregame about being a slugfest, and we thought maybe it would be a high-scoring game, but both defenses have kept the offenses on their toes, and not a lot of scoring, 7-6, not much to show except what's on paper.
Absolutely. Really, it's been. If I could define it by one thing, it'd be testing the waters. It's almost like the defenses have, been cautious, but at the same time, like you said, been very, effective. In a way, as these offenses not able to get a whole lot together. This COS touchdown coming on that first possession, and really not much since then. One interception for the defense for the Rams. No turnovers for the Rams thus far in the game. Very big takeaway as the Rams look to pick up the 23rd win over COS in the tenure of Tony Caviglia as he made his way onto the field for his final time here at Ratcliffe Stadium. And I know, Gino, you got a chance to talk to Tony a little bit yesterday. Can you tell me a little bit, outside necessarily the game of football, what's Tony thinking of doing after retirement?
Well, again, he really wasn't into, he didn't really go into what he was going to do. It was more along the lines of what he wanted to see, and he wanted to see the program in a good position with the new coach. And I jokingly asked him, "Are you able to walk away?" And he said, "No, it's impossible." And rightfully so. I mean, he's a valuable cog to this, to this team and to the school and to this football program itself. And literally, not just in the coaching aspect, but in the player aspect. These players look up to Coach C, and the guidance he brings, and there's just so much about this coach that we're going to miss. And we all know that the next coach that comes in has got to be ready to go. And I know that Coach knows this as well, that when that time comes, his phone's going to blow up, and rightfully so, because he is a valuable asset to this program. And I don't see Derek letting him walk away so quickly as well in his retirement. So I have a feeling he'll be in retirement, but he'll still be with us.
I don't think I've said these words since cell phones were, real big and contacts were real big, but keep him on speed dial.
Yeah, it's a great way to put it,
right
Ben.
There. So, Coach C looking for also not only the 23rd career win over the Giants. He's 22-3 heading into this matchup against the COS squad. He's also looking for his 200th win at Fresno City College. And boy, would it be special to celebrate it right here at Ratcliffe Stadium on sophomore day, as the Rams will be receiving. They opted to defer after winning the coin toss to begin the game. Picked to defer, and they will return here to start off the third quarter football.
I'll say this much: I'd love to go out and have and spend 18 holes with Coach and see how he's doing in retirement.
We'll get the opportunity to next year, possibly.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I would definitely jump on the opportunity if it presents itself.
So Matt Garza, the kicker for the Giants. Now maybe he'll kick this one deep. Well, it's a little deeper than the first one, as it is going to be fielded at the 2-yard line by number 2. As Hendrickton picks this one up, gets it out past the 25 to about the 27-yard line. Good little return, nifty return, and a line drive kick. And you're not really going to get much opportunity for your kicking team to get down the field when you're kicking it that low to the ground.
Almost want to let that one go, but he saw he had good blockers ahead of him, so he took an opportunity.
I think when you kick a fastball like that down the field, you're going to get out to about the 15 or 20-yard line before you're meeting your first kicking team, special teams members, as the Rams take the field. Yaje Vance back on the field for the Rams, back under center, as Christian English finished off that first half of football for the Rams.
We're going to see Vance get into a rhythm, hopefully.
So Vance now with a man in motion. That's Cropper. As the first play of the half is going to be a handoff up the middle. Picks up maybe a yard or two on the play. I believe that was Jordan Colbert on the carry. And Colbert with a pickup of maybe a yard.
Not much room.
2nd and 9.
Yeah, not much room for Colbert to get around there, but we heard the impact, and when you're hitting that young man, you better bring it, because he's going to come at you.
Absolutely. 6'2", 215 sophomore out of San Joaquin Memorial, just on the other side of the 41, as this one is going to be a fake. And now Yaje Vance going to take off and run with it. Cuts back to the middle, picks up about 5 or 6 yards, and out to about the 35-yard line. That did not look like a designed run, but it ended up picking up about 5 or 6. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 1 now, as that ball came out to the 36-yard line. So 3rd and short yardage now for the Rams.
Vance took a big hit. Yaje Vance took a big hit on that play, on that tackle, and looked like his O-linemen were making sure he was okay.
Now, not to sound like that, but he ran like a quarterback on that play. Almost kind of clunky over the middle, as now a direct snap. And a big snap! It's a big snap to Jordan Colbert, running off to the right sideline, the 20, the 10, the goal line. And the only thing stopping him from running to McKinley was the gate. A touchdown! The Rams on 3rd and 1.
Touchdown City!
Beautiful job by the offensive line that time. Beautiful job picking up the blitz, the stunt on the outside, and giving him the opportunity to cut a back. Oh, man, that was
Jordan Colbert, a 64-yard touchdown run on the direct snap, and it is a 7-point lead. The extra point will put him up by 8.
Great play that time on the offense. Great call, too, by the offensive coordinator.
As a direct snap, and now this one is up and good, and it is 14-6. Early in the 3rd quarter, the Rams make a statement coming out of halftime. Gino, what'd you think about that drive?
I loved it. It sucked up the secondary on that play, looking for the big package to stop. And again, they were able to stop the blitz, catch the stunt. Great job by the 2 tackles and the 2 offensive guards. That was awesome. Literally, Colbert had all that room to run.
I think on Yaje Vance's mental stopwatch, he should be right around 2nd down at about the 50-yard line right now, as he came off the field after taking a hit on a scramble, and Colbert really didn't make him get back on the field. He's going to be able to take his time on the sidelines, getting his breath back, as the Rams look to kick it deep after a big 64-yard touchdown run on the direct snap to Jordan Colbert.
And the Rams have the advantage now, too. They can go back and look on those pads and see the defensive scheme on that play, because they'll be able to open that up again if they need to go back in the bag to find that play.
And so you're really talking about, in the bag of trick plays, you can't really consider that a trick play necessarily, but boy, it's not something they expect on the defensive side of the ball.
No, execution won that play.
Absolutely. Now as Liam Peterson on to kick it deep.
And an outstanding run by Colbert. Outstanding run.
Just kept on chugging. And now this one is end over end and into the end zone. And not returned by Dwayne Coleman. And that will be out to the 25-yard line. It's probably a good decision there, as the last 2 times they've brought the ball out, it's only come out to about the 21. So the Giants will take over at the 25-yard line after the touchback. And it's 1st and 10.
Here we go again defensively. If I'm the defense right now, I'm excited. We got an 8-point lead. We got these guys pinned back inside, starting off at the 25-yard line. This is the time to actually, like, not necessarily step on the jugular, but we got to pin these guys
but
down
if I'm
now.
a defensive coordinator, that score didn't just happen.
No,
these guys have to still defend this game. It is still just a one-possession game.
I'm 0-0 at this point.
Absolutely.
You bet.
You're not down by 3.
No.
So
they're bringing 4 on this play.
Giants come out in a tight pistol set. One man in motion is the wide receiver, and
I think it was false
flag on
start.
the play. I think there was a false start.
Offense, number 89.
And it was a
5-yard
false
penalty,
start.
first down.
So the man in motion, number 6 over there, Gage Armbruster, looking around like, what did I do? Well, he didn't do anything. It was a penalty on the tight end. And that will push the Giants back to the 20-yard line. So I talked about them only getting the ball to the 21-yard line on their last 2 returns. Well, here they are right back at the 20-yard line to start this drive. It's a 1st and 15 for COS as they come out in a 5-wide set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right now, one man in motion. As an empty backfield, receivers bunched to the left, and another flag comes in, and a delay of game flag. So everything has gone the Rams' direction so far in this third quarter, and everything is falling off the wagon right now for COS, as it's going to be a 1st and 20 now to start their drive.
2 heavyweights are punching, and Fresno City's punching heavy right now. COS kind of back on the ropes right now in a corner.
Now the thing that I kind of wanted to bring up also out of the half was the 2 games that these 2 squads have played against top-ranked opponents. So we'll talk a little bit about that in just a minute here as the Giants come out in a 4-receiver set, one man in the backfield. It's going to be a quick pass off to number 2 as Shaquille Smith picks up about 5 or 6 yards on the play. But it's still going to be a 2nd and 15, and so that 5-yard gain felt like a 5-yard loss if you look at the scoreboard as a 2nd and 15 from the 20-yard line.
Looked like a bevy of Rams on the tackle, 51, 23. It was a good job tracking that down.
As now back to pass, and it's complete off to the right and a 1st down. So a big pickup of about 15, now 20 yards after the pass is complete by Peyton Faker.
Attacking Brandon Holmes again on the outside, number 0. And again, Brandon Holmes, I'm not saying picking on him, locating him. They literally, it feels like they're just going to that receiver on the outside.
So 0-on-0 in that play, both players' numbers, as the COS Giants, they line up in the shotgun. It's going to be a pass to the middle, and it's practically spiked into the dirt. As that looked like about a 58-foot breaking ball. As that ball dropped into the dirt on an incompletion at 2nd and 10.
Multiple checkdowns there. Good job by the defense containing the receivers. That was a really good deal.
Aimed for the check down over the middle and just kind of threw it a little bit too low. As it's 2nd and 10.
Getting a little colorful and creative over in the coaches' corners.
It's what you get when you sit next to the coaches' corners.
Yeah.
So we apologize for anything anyone may have heard over the air.
My goodness.
Empty backfield now. 4 receivers, 3 to the left, 1 right, as this is a pass over the middle, and it's tipped up in the air, just in and out of the hands of the receiver, number 6, Gage Armbruster, and it's incomplete, 3rd and 10. So a great situation to be in if you're Fresno City right now, forcing a 3rd and 10, but they're going to have to be more effective than they were on the last 3rd and long situation in which they gave up a 1st down.
My biggest thing right now is my 2 interior defensive linemen have got to put pressure on, and my 2 outside tackles, my 2 outside defending tackles, they cannot let him get outside. And it's okay if you don't put too much pressure, but enough to make a bad decision is all we're looking for at this point.
Giants come out in the shotgun, 3 receivers left, 1 right, man in the backfield. To the right of Faker. Faker drops back to pass. He throws over the middle. It's complete. The official getting a little bit in the way on that play as this is going to be up the field. Number 0, Sanders gets this one all the way down to about the 3-yard line. And a big 1st down and then some for the Giants, and you can't really blame the official for being where he was on that play. He just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that kind of threw off what appeared to be what the defense was doing. Either way, a big pickup for the Giants, and they are right back in this ball game as it's a first and goal from the 6-yard line is where they're going to mark that ball down.
Yeah, using the referees as a peg, so to speak, in the play was a big benefactor there for COS.
That was the pick on that play, I think.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but it does happen.
It does happen, yep. It's first and goal. They come out in a shotgun. 2 tight ends set. Ball is going to be a fake handoff. Now it's going to be a throw over the middle into the end zone, and I'm not sure where the quarterback, Peyton Faker, was going with that throw. As the intended receiver, Gage Armbruster, but there were about 4 Rams defenders around him when he released that ball. And they say put it up where no one can get it. Well, there were about 5 people who could have gotten that one, and 4 of the 5 were Rams.
Yeah, and credit to Jack Nelson, number 57, putting the pressure on him on that throw. He really didn't have much time. He had to get rid of it, or Nelson would have leveled him.
To the first person he saw, and really in that case, lucky that ball fell incomplete. And now he comes out in an empty backfield. 4 receivers spread on each side, 2 apiece. Tight end on the field is number 14, Janvir Singh. In motion he goes. Now it's going to be a pass to the left, throw to the corner on the fade route, gets the receiver, and it's a touchdown. Pass complete to number 82, O'Brien Flanagan, for the score. And the Giants, well, they respond right here in the third quarter. Under 4 minutes played, and we've already seen 13 combined points.
I'm not going to call that a gift, but I think the possession was caught out of bounds. But that's
tough play on the reception.
Giants will attempt a 2-point conversion. Get loud, Ram Country.
And the Giants will go for 2. Try to tie this game up. It is 14-12, and if you remember, way back in that first possession of the game, the missed extra point by Matt Garza, the kicker, that, Gino, you had said that may come back to us later in the game. Well, it's coming back to us right now.
Here they are moving for 2.
First possession for the Giants in the second half of the ball game, and it's going to be a play fake off to the left. The throw is complete, and we are tied. So 2-point conversion is successful. Danielle Booker on the reception, and it is 14 apiece here at Ratcliffe.
Well, you got to take that punch in the gut and recover. We're going to see what kind of offense Coach C brings up and see what the offensive side of the ball looks like here with our next drive. All tied up now.
So both of these teams, so far, both COS and Fresno City have put up some excitement this year, with COS pulling off a stunner earlier this year, knocking off number 2 ranked Butte 42-38 back in September. The Rams, however, knocked off number 14 number 14 Monterey Peninsula last week. Where I was looking with this, however, when COS beat Butte earlier this year, that was back on September 27th. They won that game 42-38. So they gave up 38 points in their victory over Butte. In Fresno City's win over ranked opponent last week, Monterey Peninsula, they only gave up 6. So we're looking at 2 defenses here that have a little bit of a different game plan when it comes to beating those top-ranked teams, and now we get to see those 2 defenses go face off against one another as we got a brand new game of football with 11:24 left in the third quarter. As Garza to kick it. This one's a little bit higher and fielded at the 9, and the return man up to the 25, back to the 29 or 30-yard line. Did he lose that ball? I don't think he did. No, he did not. As there's a little bit of extracurriculars after the play. I see a flag coming loose.
Flag on the play.
Return man, Michael Runnels on the return.
Looks like it's going to be a hold.
47 on the return team, blocking the back. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
So good down. Return, but a block in the back for the Rams will push them back. As this drive will start at the 15-yard line. So the Rams really kind of feast or famine so far in this quarter, as there was the block in the back. It definitely was there. Number 47, Jacob Wilson, getting called on that. Seeing on the replay now. as the Rams come out now, looking to bounce back as this game is all tied up now. First play of the quarter is going to be a screen pass, and it's going to go backwards. And the screen pass goes for not maybe a maybe a loss of 4 on that play, as the screen pass was complete.
Loss on the play.
Out there to Ray Brown, but a loss on the play, and 2nd and 14, loss of 4. So again, these Rams kind of feast or famine so far in this half of football. These last 2 plays have been very much famine.
Yeah, so you got to hold your block on a play like that, or that's going to happen. There's no way around
Vance
it.
Getting chased around the backfield now into his own end zone, and he will try to run it back out. And now a pass off to the left side complete, and well, he gets about 9 yards when all things are said and done. Pass complete out to Jacob Couch, the freshman out of Clovis North, tight end. 6'5", 250, and boy, that's a tough frame to bring down, as it's going to be 3rd and 5 now from the 20-yard line.
Big 3rd and 5 for this offense, too. They need to establish a first down. They need to basically get this 5 yards and establish that first down.
And really give credit also. And give credit also to the Rams quarterback, Yajay Vance, for getting out of pressure in his own end zone and seeing the open tight end. And really, turning nothing into something. As this one snapped on the shotgun, pass complete. Oh, pass incomplete off to the right side. And in and out of the hands of Andrew Chavez, and nobody around him. He was thinking of all the field in front of him and didn't think of the ball before him. As this pass falls incomplete, it'll be 4th down. And the 20.
I got a feeling we'll see that play again. Chavez knows too. It's unfortunate that happened, but Chavez saw that. He knows what he knows. He knows what happened.
He had a first down and about the 50-yard line in front of him if he had made that reception. Instead, it's 4th down, 4th and 5 from the 20-yard line, as the Giants bring 10 men to the line. Everyone up to block as the kick gets away. Fair catch signaled for, and he catches it at about the 40-yard line, actually 35-yard line, cut made by Marshall Sanders. And so we've seen 2 scoring drives. Now we've seen a defensive stop. Well, Rams now hoping to get their own defensive stop here in the second half. So in the first quarter of football, we had 3 complete drives and I believe 2 plays. And so far in the third quarter, we've had 3 complete drives and only 9 minutes left on the clock. So 2 totally different brands of football from the first quarter to what we've seen now. As this handoff off to the right, and number 2, Shaquille Smith, about a 5-yard pickup, and then he's upended, and then after the play, flag on the play, and I'm not sure what was going on after that play. As there will definitely be an unsportsmanlike call of some type on the far side 50-yard line. So we'll have to see if something was said or what exactly happened. I was looking towards the ball.
Personal foul, defense, number 41. It'll be enforced from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
So the defense flagged for a personal foul. That was after the play, and it was away from the ball, and that's just the sort of thing that you can't have happen when you're in a tight game.
Yeah, pointless. It's sad that happens. Sometimes, sometimes the effects of the game get the best of you, and you lose your thoughts, and that's when execution stops. And that was bad all around.
I think the official said number 41. I believe that was number 47 on the play, but we'll come back and maybe get that for you later. Either way, this ball is snapped, and it's going to be a mishandled snap, and he's brought down in the backfield as he throws. He is able to get an incompletion just by the skin of his teeth as Peyton
There was
Faker.
A receiver in the area.
So Peyton Faker misplayed the snap. It actually dropped onto the ground, picked it up. Rams got into the backfield and almost had him on a sack. However, Faker able to get the ball out and throw the ball as number 95, Manuel Jackson, comes in And Faker able to just get the ball out for an incomplete. It's 2nd and 10 now.
Janveer Singh was the intended receiver on that.
You can say intended
debacle.
with air quotes on
right,
that. He just
on
needed
that
to
debacle.
get the ball out as this one's snapped in a passing play off in the middle and incomplete. So very good defense. And you've been calling Brandon Holmes' number all night, and that's all afternoon. That's just another great play. Didn't come up and make the tackle until that ball was in the pads of the receiver, and then he just knocked it away for 3rd and 10.
Good job defending there. One of these days, we're going to get a hold on that offensive line. I mean, there's a lot of jersey grabbing going on both sides, but, I mean, literally, we have not seen, I mean, I don't know, if we could see the replay on that offensive line, I mean, sure, there's a holding call on every play, but my goodness, there's got to be something.
Giants come out 4 receivers right, now 1 man in motion, empty backfield. It's going to be a quick pass off to the right side. It's complete and over the middle, back across the middle of the field, and it's a 1st down. Marshall Sanders picked it up behind the 45-yard line, and he's able to end up running it out across the 35 for a 1st down and another 1st down.
Fresno City defense has to speed up. They've got to match the type of speed that COS is running right now.
COS running a type of speed, like I mentioned earlier, that we haven't seen thus far in this game. It's been a very different game compared to how the 1st quarter started to where we are now in the 3rd. As COS comes out, 2 receivers split each side, 1 man in the backfield, pass off to the left side, wide open man on the left, and he goes nowhere after making the catch. At first, he went feet stuck in the mud. After making the catch, he kind of stood there before turning upfield for about 5 yards. Will be a 1st down. Actually, will not be a 1st down. Just shy. No, they are moving the chains.
Going to be another COS 1st down.
That one's just a 10-yard completion. The pass made to number 6, Gage Armbruster.
Ball on the City 24.
And 1st down.
Silly penalties have killed us on this drive.
They really have. And that's something that we have not seen a lot of this year from Fresno City. This game is a little bit less disciplined, I've noted, as the quarterback, Faker, comes out in the shotgun. Pass off to the right side. He had a man, and there was no flag on that play, and shouldn't have been. Feels nice to say there shouldn't have been, as there have been a couple of calls today, but those are I suppose I was wrong. There was a flag on the play. I'm looking in the wrong place.
Someone finally saw a hold.
You know, Gino, you've done this all year. You've called something, and then right after you've said it, it's happened on the field. I'm thinking this headset might go 2 places.
Oh, my goodness.
Holding call. And I didn't see that flag. Did you see when that flag came out? It was in the backfield. Must have gone down very quickly either way.
Yeah, I missed it.
Rams the beneficiaries of that flag. It's a 1st and 20.
But honestly, Ben, that's kind of the reason that this quarterback has had so much time too. And I'm not pinpointing one ordeal, but I mean it's been to their favor.
Quick pass up to the right side now as the screenplay sets up about a 5-yard pickup, 4 yards on the completion, and it's a 2nd and 16.
And any coach will tell you, keep doing it till they call it, you know. And
it's number 82. O'Brien Flanagan, who made the catch, now limping slightly as he comes off the field. So we'll keep an eye on him, see if and when he returns. Just heading to the bench now as the Giants come out. 3 receiver set, 2 tight ends, man in the backfield.
He's primarily a blocking back. He's calling the blocking scheme right now.
Seen a lot of blocking backs today. Not a lot of run game, as you mentioned. It's now Faker changing the play up. And now it's ball snapped. It's going to be a pass play again. Over the middle. Almost intercepted. And very good pass defense now. And now a flag comes out late.
Faker looking for Armbruster.
And if there's a pass interference call on that play, I'm not sure where it came from.
I think it might have been a hold on the defense. No. We're waving the flag off?
And they are, I believe, going to call this flag off, and rightfully. Oh, no.
Defense,
it's still there.
Pass interference.
And they call the pass interference. And now
21. Correction. 21. That's a spot foul. Automatic 1st down.
Now, I'm going to jump on the same wagon as you, Gino, and not wanting to blame the Zebras on everything, but I have some serious questions about where that pass interference call came from. He left his feet before that ball arrived. There was at least 1.5 yards of separation between he and the receiver. And now on the replay, we see there is 1.5 yards of separation between number 21, John Eubanks, and the receiver on that play. And that is just an unacceptable call in my book.
Yeah, it's a tough one to take for the Rams. It's hard to recover. Hopefully the defense will do something on this play.
Rams going to go back and look at some tape, and I think this officiating team might want to look at some tape as well after this game, as that was not a good call. In the meantime, this ball is thrown off to the left side and incomplete in the end zone. We'll see no flag on that play, as the pass falls incomplete in the end zone. And now there is a flag. It's holding offense. So the second straight time we've thought there was a PI call that should have gone against the Giants.
Well, Ben, you could have called holding on the offensive line, or you could have called holding on the receiver in the back. I want to say it was number 16, but I don't know. Number 6.
Yeah.
In the back of the end zone was holding the defender from intercepting the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, which hold do you want?
It goes both ways.
Yeah.
That would be a pass interference on the offense.
Which
offensive pass interference. Either way, it's a 2nd and 20, and boy, just a wonky drive.
It's getting ugly out there. It's getting ugly out there.
As really the Rams feel like they're playing an 11-on-16 game.
Yeah, it's almost like you're playing 2 games right now.
And now man in the shotgun now. 3 receivers. As this is a pass off to the left side, complete over the left of the receiver on the left side is number 88, Danielle Booker. And we'll see if there's going to be a flag after this play. I don't see any laundry this time, so we can finally just take that one as it stands. As it's going to be a second down, 2nd and 5 now. And Gino, when you're playing a game like this where some of the officiating can almost come into question, what does that do to your ability as a defender to really, frankly, do your job?
Yeah, we got to go back to the goldfish theory. You just, next play, forget about it, next play. And that's what this defense needs to do. They need to get on this play now and worry about the next play and the next play.
But in your mind, just as it's human nature, almost to second guess what you want to do now. As the ball is snapped, it's going to be a pass off to the left side, and it's incomplete. As the intended receiver, once again, number 88, Booker, incomplete on this play, just overthrown by quarterback Peyton Faker. So Faker has 1 touchdown, 1 interception on the day. He's looking for his 2nd right there, not able to come down with it. It's 3rd and 5.
Rams are in a 4-3 right now, so you don't want to lose the outside. You definitely want your defense to keep containment. But technically, you're only rushing 2 in the middle, and they've got to be effective. These 2 have got to be effective on this play.
As 3rd down now, 2 receivers on either side of the quarterback. 4 receivers total, and a timeout now called by Sequoias. Now, if you're the Rams, what you're thinking now is really getting away with this. If you're able to just allow a field goal, that's got to be a win. So really, this right here is the down. You have to get this 3rd down stop. And again, that field goal is not necessarily a given, as Matt Garza missing the extra point earlier this game. But if you're Fresno City, this is right here the turning point in this matchup to this point in the ballgame. Gino?
COS is playing 2 downs on this. I don't think they're going to go for a field goal at this point. There's still a lot of time on the clock. And honestly, he misses it. If he misses it, then you're giving them even better position in the field. And the way they're running their offense, they're going to take their 4th down and actually run that 4th.
Definitely. Just over 5.5 minutes left. 5:32 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Tie ball game, 14 apiece here at Ratcliffe Stadium. As the Rams back out on the field, now the Giants leaving their timeout as well. So COS very pass happy, and it's been a very interesting drive. Flags on both sides leading to the ball moving forward, moving back, moving forward, moving back. Flags that could have been called or should have been called not being called, and flags that shouldn't have been called being called. It's just been a Halloween nightmare of a drive as the Giants come out in the shotgun, 2 receivers left. Now one of them comes in motion to the right side. Ball is snapped at the he's almost brought down in the backfield. Throw over the middle, incomplete. And he aimed for the end zone. The intended target on that pass, Marshall Sanders, not able to come up with it. Great defense, and now the defender, I couldn't see who made that play, but there's a defender down on the play, as it looks like he is getting that leg stretched out. Hopefully nothing too serious, as it's a Rams defender down the play. We'll get to the number in just a minute. But Gino, what do you think about that defensive play on third down?
That was all athletic play right there. I mean, that's tough to coach. Come back to it like that and not necessarily know where the quarterback is, but know where the ball is when it's in the air. And kudos to that defender. I hope he's okay.
And you'd mentioned also getting some pressure on the line, especially up the middle. And now they're still working on the players still down in the end zone, and both teams ready to play. And I'm not sure what the officiating squad was doing. They just practically ran that play with the defender still down in the end zone.
Bad job on the crew, guys. Come on.
And again, you don't want to just. And again, that the player down on the defender down on the play was Brandon Holmes. He's looking to be all right. He's walking off the field a little bit more comfortably now than he went down. But either way, and you don't want to blame the crew, but this crew, there have been several questions on this game so far today. Just almost letting the snap get off when there is a player down in the end zone, as now the Giants are going to attempt the field goal, as Garza looking to put the COS squad ahead here with just under 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Bad snap would be nice.
Garza to kick.
Nope.
Snapped, it's up, and not a whole lot of leg behind it. And it is no good. Wide right. And we are still tied. So, boy, a lot to unpack on that drive, Gino.
Man, I honestly thought they were going to go for it. I did not see them going for a field goal. It just hasn't been their cup of tea this whole game. You know, they've been using all four downs. You know.
Well, and also there's been kind of trick kicks almost on the kickoffs. We've seen a short kickoff. We've seen a line drive kickoff. And then we saw a kickoff that only made it to the 10-yard line. So I'm curious on the leg power of Garza. There was not a lot of leg behind that kick, and really the Rams lucky to come out of that with no points allowed, but happy to be still tied here 14-all with just under 5.5 minutes to play in the third quarter, as Yajay Vance back out onto the field, as the first play of this drive is going to be a handoff to the right side. Big pickup of about 5 or 6 yards, and that pickup was Jordan Colbert again on the carry. And when he gets a big head of steam behind him, it's scary if you're a defender on the other side of that ball, isn't it?
Yeah, it felt like student body right on that one. You got everybody going to the right side, a couple of guys pulling guard on that play, and everything kind of worked out for him on that one. An 8-yard gain is nothing to frown upon.
At this point in the game, that's what you want. Keep the ball moving, keep the clock moving, but keep the ball moving, more importantly,
and get physical. This is the time to get physical.
As this is going to be another handoff, and speaking of physical, it's going to be another run up the middle, and Colbert able to pick up just about a first down. We'll see if that's enough to move the chains, as it is at the 30, and sure enough, there go the chains. Pickup of 2 is just enough for a first down at the 30-yard line, and a fresh set of downs for the Rams.
Colbert, he's tough, north-south, like I said. He's not a big east-west guy, but when he does cut, he makes it happen, and honestly, that was a really good run by him for 2 hard, well-fought yards.
And this is the time to do that. You're looking at 2 defenses that have each had their time on the field today. It's been a tough ball game on both sides. As another handoff, and this one's going to be a pickup of about 5, as Dante Hedrington carries the ball to the right side, hit hard at about the 35-yard line, but he's back up, and a 5-yard pickup for the Rams. So
smart move, too, by him to see that hole got plugged up really quickly to cut to the outside.
Bounce right back to the outside. That was not the intended route.
Exactly.
But a 5-yard pickup nonetheless, and the Rams stay on schedule here as the clock continues to run in the third quarter.
The O-line's got fresh legs right now. I mean, I know we talked about them being on the field for a bit, but right now they've got some fresh legs. I keep running it.
And speaking of fresh legs, what you really want also is to keep running the ball, get some time off the clock, and give that defense a chance to breathe as well, who just had a tough drive as this one's a handoff to the left side, another first down, and a big run once again by Dante Hedrickton. So we've seen Hedrickton taking the ball outside, we've seen Colbert taking the ball inside, and it's been working so far on this drive for the Rams as they move the sticks again.
First down, let's run the ball.
So if they're not going to stop it, you're going to keep doing it. As Fresno City effective on the run here on this possession. Just under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. And if you're counting timeouts, keep in mind COS has already used one.
First and 10 from the 42. That's a good spot to be in right now.
And as we get the ball snapped at about the 42-yard line, it's going to be a pickup of maybe 2 or 3. And 2-yard pickup, they'll mark it.
It's a good job by the linebacker to stunt and plug up, to create that stunt and not allow the offensive lineman to plug or to open the hole in that play, which is why he only got 2 yards. But we'll see another run. We might see a pass in this play, though.
Now, at this point also, if you're Fresno City, you're wanting to spend some of the time also on the play clock. Because the longer you spend on these plays, the more time that defense on the sideline gets to rest. And really your goal is to keep possession here entering the fourth quarter. As this one is snapped, it's going to be another handoff to the right. And Hedrickton tripped up at about the original line of scrimmage. Loss of 2 on that play. Very good play getting into the backfield. I think that was number 43, Sergio Gonzalez, on the stop. Actually, no, I want to say 13 now looking at it. Like Leonard Payton. As he gets to the outside and just kind of swipes at the legs, really sweep the leg.
Good job on defense that time, but if I'm the offensive coordinator or if I'm one of the guys upstairs looking at that play, I'm going to think, wow, we could fake them out on the next time on that play, on that same draw play.
They committed to one side on that play. You're absolutely right. Now is the 3rd and 8, actually 3rd and 9, as they mark that only a 1-yard loss. That's going to be a pass advance off to the left side, incomplete. And now there's a flag late on the play. I don't know if that's going to be pass interference or a personal foul. Either way, there's a flag on the play, and number 3, Wendell Ware, goes from
unsportsmanlike
cheering to
on number 3 of the defense.
And that's exactly what it was.
First of the game.
He gets up and I don't know if he said something. I saw nothing but joy on that play afterwards. He must have said something after the play. Either way, a 15-yard play, and the Rams gave up some chunk yardage on a defensive penalty in the last possession that they had when the COS had the ball. Now COS has done just the same. Well, the Giants were not able to capitalize. Let's see if the Rams can capitalize here with a fresh set of downs.
This is their chance, their opportunity now.
Two tightly matched squads here, as this is going to be a delayed handoff up the middle. Hedrickton picks it up to the 32-yard line. He's brought down at the 30, down to the 29 now. Actually, the 30-yard line is where they'll mark it, and a first down. Pickup of 17 on the play. And a first down for the Rams.
And you got to go back to the O-line, pushing the pile. I mean, it was a good job by them to open the gap, and they took advantage of it.
And you know what this will do also for the fourth quarter, the next time the Rams have the ball, is it's wearing that defense out. And that's why it's so important for the Rams to hold on to the ball for these next 55 seconds in this quarter. That way you keep the defense on the field in the fourth quarter and don't give them a chance to sit down and rest their legs. As now a timeout called. Speaking of rest their legs, COS huffing and puffing with 46 seconds left in the third quarter. The second timeout of the half called for COS.
Correct. That's their second.
So one timeout remaining now for Sequoias. And in a tie ball game, that is something that can definitely matter with the time winding down.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that Ware got the penalty. He's an Edison High School kid, by the way, and it's unfortunate for COS that happened to them, but we're not here for COS today. We're here for Fresno City. And fortunately for us, we were able to get something back on that other side. We definitely have seen our fair share of penalties, good and bad. And it's nice that, it was to reciprocate on that one, I guess you could say.
Well, and even if the Rams can only get away with a field goal on this drive, you're still in plus territory after giving up that yardage, like I said earlier on that previous drive, that penalty yardage, and now taking it back on that penalty for COS. And now
1st and 10, Ben. You want to outbody them at this point.
The Rams come out in the shotgun. 2 receivers left after the motion. This is going to be a pass off to the right. A big pickup. And wow. Jordan Colbert was down at about the 12. He picked himself right back up off the field and ran it down to the 2. What a play by Jordan Colbert. And so after the man in motion, Colbert running off to the right side on the reception, picks it up. He has dropped it about the 16-yard line. He got an extra 15 yards after the contact, and it's 1st and goal from the 3.
And missed tackles on COS really caused them to lose the yardage on this whole entire drive.
Well, it's easy to miss him when you think he's already down.
Yeah.
Play to the whistle.
You can't tackle with your helmet, Ben.
Play to the whistle. And now 1st and goal. Yajae Vance rolls out to his right. He can't get anything, but he's going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. No one open. Yajae Vance takes it himself into the end zone, and it's a touchdown.
And Fresno City can breathe a little bit easier right now. Still 6 seconds left on the clock in the 3rd quarter. But we're going into the 4th with the lead, hopefully.
So after seeing that replay, that looked like it was a bit of an option play, and he actually just kept it himself. I thought he was going out for a pass and then realized nobody was open. Option play. He ends up with the ball in the end zone, and the extra kick is off the upright. So the point after try is no good. And boy, in this roller coaster of a game, point after try is no good. And I had mentioned also wanting to keep the ball into the 4th quarter. Well, there's 6 ticks left on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. The Rams retake the lead 20-14, but miss the extra point as it bounces off the upright.
Tough one to take. It's a big pill to swallow if you're the kicker too, because you got to own up to that one. And he took the blame on it, and rightfully so. But at this point, I mean, mental mistakes is why we're missing field goals.
Well, and Gino, if you remember back to the beginning of the game when I kind of asked, what does it do to the psyche of an offense when you miss an extra point? Well, I think just in the tone of your voice, I feel what it does to the psyche after you miss an extra point is you're not as satisfied with that score. That great touchdown run by Yajae Vance, and that missed point attempt. Plenty of leg on it. Just bounced about 3/4 of the way off the upright. And point no good. As Liam Peterson looking to kick it deep.
And I guarantee you, if Liam gets another chance for a three-point attempt, he'll be dialed in. So
for Peterson, that makes him now 22 of 23 now. I'm sorry, 22 of 25 now on extra point tries on the year.
Flag on the field.
As that kick, not a terribly great kick either.
Might have gone out of bounds before it hit the pylon.
It did.
So they're going to take it, I believe they get it at 35?
I believe it's the 35-yard line if it goes out of bounds.
Offside on the kicking team. The 5-yard penalty from the end of the kick, which will now be placed at the 30-yard line. First down, Sequoias.
So the kick was good, but it's just an offside call.
This is one of those games where if you're trying to introduce somebody to the game of football, you pick the wrong game to introduce them to. There have been more strange penalties, more strange plays, and we've seen 2 missed extra points. We've seen flags on plays that shouldn't have had flags, and no flags on plays that should have had flags. It's been a wonky game here as the Giants take over at the 30-yard line. 2 receivers right, bunch of tight ends to the right side as well. Now there's a man in motion. There's a man in the backfield as well, and it's going to be a fake handoff. Throw to the right side deep. He's got a man, and he's got a man that somehow comes down with the ball. And you talk about threading the needle.
Faker complete to Armbruster.
Peyton Faker to Gage Armbruster for What I can only explain, what I can only describe as just an incredible catch. He was draped by one defender.
Third quarter.
And number 22, Atreyu Martin, was coming in also on the play, and he was able to come down with that catch. What a play, as that leads us to the end of the third quarter. 20-14 our score. And now Gino. How do you feel if you're the Rams defense after that play?
So that's a little piece of humble pie. You just gotta, you gotta swallow and get rid of it. You gotta move on. Now you gotta play pressure defense inside. Now you're looking to not get beat outside. And again, we're going back to this is a passing type offense, and they're gonna keep passing. And we haven't seen them go deep much all day. And when they do, it's pretty effective.
Well, in that deep pass, there was no room for error also for quarterback Peyton Faker as he completed that ball 40-plus yards to Gage Armbruster, flipping the field for this COS squad. But if you're the Rams, well, it's touchdown or bust at this point with a 6-point lead.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky.
As the Rams hoping to keep this COS offense out of the end zone. They line up in the pistol set. Tight set at the line there once again. A lot of tight ends as it's going to be a pass play. Rolls out to his right. Pass over the middle. Complete to number 6. Armbruster is busting the arms of the Rams as he gets down to the 11-yard line, and the helmet pops off. I believe that was Armbruster's helmet that popped off, so he's going to have to take a play off. Either way, a first down on the completion over the middle. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line of Fresno City College. So that hole that was right in the middle of the field seems to be kind of rearing its ugly head again here for Fresno City. Going to need to plug up some of that middle. As the Giants come back out, fresh set of downs, and a receiver left. Again, a tight bunch at the line now as two tight ends move in motion with one another.
It's a big package. This could be a run.
Yep. It is, in fact, a run, and it's a big run off to the right side. Picks up about 5 or 6 yards on the play. Runs it out to the 5. Actually picks about 6 or 7 yards on the play.
Brought down by Hole.
It's a good opportunity for them to run again.
Run goes out to the 5. It's a 2nd and 3 for COS.
Ball on the 5.
Armbruster kid just checked back in, so we'll probably see another pass play on this play.
Required play off after the helmet came out. Helmet kind of popped off after the play. Either way, he's required to take one play off when the helmet comes off. As he's back on the field now, he's the inside slot receiver.
Got to disturb the pass. Inside linemen got to do their job right now.
As man comes in motion, number 82, O'Brien Flanagan. Ball is snapped. It's going to be a designed run. And picks up maybe a yard or two.
Faker on the quarterback run.
It's a designed run for Peyton Faker. This is something that we haven't seen much of today.
Ram country, that's going to bring up.
And
3rd down.
Really a pickup of almost nothing. I thought he might have gotten a yard. He got maybe half a yard. That bumps it down to 3rd and 2, they'll say, but it's a long 2. And you thinking this is 4-down territory?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You got your 4-down call on the last attempted field goal. This one I'm pretty sure you're going to be right about, Gino. As he comes out in an empty backfield.
Diamond.
4 receivers, Diamond look to the right. And now they are going to come back to bunch it up again. A little bit of a strong package. Very strong package. The offense not able to get things on the same page as the ball is snapped. And it's going to be a quick pass off to the left side. That's going to be a touchdown as COS number 2, Jaquel Smith, able to dance around the defenders and head into the end zone. He was the man in motion, and I thought for a moment that COS wasn't even going to get the playoff as they had some men on the left side of the line. But as it was, it's a touchdown for COS, and we are all tied up, 20 apiece.
And nobody followed that man in motion, which is kind of curious on my. I don't understand why nobody was covering him.
Well, you've either missed your assignment or you're playing a very weak zone at a very wrong time. He's now on for the extra point. Matt Garza, he missed one earlier. As this one is up, and this one is good. So we talked earlier about missing extra points coming back to bite you. Well, The Rams missed an extra point, and so far it's come back to bite them. It's 20-21. COS just took a 1-point lead. And talk about 1-point leads. The Rams don't want to talk about 1-point leads as their loss earlier this year to San Francisco, coming 28-29. We'll hope to see the Rams pick up a bit of a better result in this 1-point ball game. So Gino, if you're the offense, what's your game plan right now? Coming off of allowing a touchdown, giving up the score.
Well, you've been working on the interior part of the defensive line, so you don't want to get away from that, especially with 12 minutes still on the clock. But you're thinking right now, look, we don't necessarily need to score now, but we definitely need to move the ball downfield and keep control of the clock. So with that in mind, I'm thinking we're going to see a lot of run, but we're also going to see Vance do his thing.
Flip that field position is number one priority, but by all means, scoring would not be a bad idea either, as this one's kicked deep. About the 5-yard line. 15, out of the 20, 25. He's got a good hole. Pick it to the left side. Good hole over the middle. And a fantastic run back to about the 41-yard line by Dante Hendrickson on the return. And the Rams are set up with great field position here on this next drive.
Yeah, that's ideal. That was a good job by his part finding the open lane to take, and good job by the special teams on that play too, giving him the opportunity. 42 is a good spot to start. 41, 42, wherever, it's a good spot to start.
And that return team opened up a hole about the size for a city bus as Hedrington just busted through it. And the 41-yard line is where the Rams are going to start this drive. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Vance on the first play. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Picks up about 3 or 4 yards on the play. Good carry on first down. We'll keep the clock rolling. You're trailing by 1. Now, what do you say? You mentioned old-fashioned football game. What do you say to an old-fashioned 12-minute drive that ends in a field goal?
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
It's 21-20 here. The first down pickup was a pickup of 3, 3rd and 7 from the 46-yard line. 44-yard line, excuse me. As Rams once again come out in the shotgun. Tight end in motion, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. It's going to be a fake handoff. The quarterback tossing the ball now. It's a little kind of forward shovel pass over there to number 37, Amani Sua. As Najee Vance was chased out of the backfield. But a first down conversion for the Rams, and they flip the field.
Nice job by Vance.
Really, I know he heard those footsteps. From here, it did not look like he saw them.
Yeah, he heard them. He had that Patrick Mahomes blood going through him right there on that pass.
Knew where everyone was as fresh set of downs now on the right side of the field if you're the Rams, trying to move this ball upfield after a great return. Got this thing going, man in motion, and the ball is going to be a handoff to the left side. Great run, a lot of space as he shakes one defender, picks it up down the line, and boy, I have seen nothing but broken tackles from number 4, Jordan Colbert, as he takes a big hit, and now he's down out of bounds. As we will keep an eye on him on the sidelines. He took a big hit and is now down on the sideline, actually out of bounds, as we will likely see this game keep going.
There's the replay on that.
He shook one man, and he took a hard, and there was no intentional helmet to helmet there, but my goodness, one man saw the defender on the COS side getting almost whipped into him.
Mark Pullman is the guy that put the hit on him out of St. Joseph's from the Santa Maria area.
As the Rams now back on the field, we'll bring you updates as we see them, and we're going to see a deep pass here. Yajay Vance to the left side, just overthrown, and he got a little too amped up there.
That's a good time to do that, though.
It is a good time, especially with this field position.
Right, first down.
On the pass coverage.
So the Rams hoping to keep this ball moving, and if they're going to do so, it's going to be without Jordan Colbert, as he is still down on the sideline. They're checking him out. We'll bring you updates as we see them. Meanwhile, Rams come back out in the shotgun set. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. 2 tight end package. As it's going to be another handoff, as this one is going to be pushed out to about the 31-yard line is where they'll likely mark that after forward progress from Andrew Chavez.
It's a run.
And it's a 3rd and 5.
It's a good run by Chavez. North-south, keeping his feet going. Got about two more yards at the initial hit on that.
So 3rd and 6. And yeah, I thought he was going to be brought down right around about the 35 for a gain of 1. Instead, he's picking up 3. 3rd and 6 now, actually. Picked up 4 in that play, 3rd and 6. As the Rams looking to keep this ball moving. And you think this may be 4-down territory, or are we early on that, Gino? As this is snapped in a quick check down over the middle to the tight end, Amani Sua. He's going to be brought down shy of the line, well shy of the line. First down line, about the line of scrimmage is where he was brought down. And it's 4th down. And so, like I just mentioned, do you think this is 4 down, or are we looking to see a punting unit? I think I see that.
We might see a field goal attempt.
I think you are right. We're going to see a long field goal attempt here.
49?
This is going to be at least a 49-yarder. You're right.
They made a 51-yarder earlier this season.
On comes Liam Peterson.
Oh, that's
after
Peterson.
Missing the extra point attempt. We'll see if he can right the ship here. Long field goal try. The kick is up. It's got leg. The kick is no good, wide left. So Peterson's kick just wide left. It had the leg, did not quite have the compass, as the Rams still down by 1 midway through the 4th quarter. 8 minutes 47 seconds left on the clock as the Rams turn the ball over and give it back to COS. So, Gino, you'd mentioned COS being much more of a passing team. Well, at this point, you're just looking to chew clock off, but if the pass is working defensively, you've got to be prepared for that pretty much throughout the entire possession. Am I right?
Yeah, the Rams need a 3-and-out on this drive. They definitely something like that. They need a 3-and-out period on any drive, but right now would be ideal. And you've got to get those defensive linemen in there. You got to create havoc on this quarterback. Too comfortable.
COS with a little bit of a underhanded shovel pass over the middle. A lot of motion on that play, and after all is said and done, only a pickup of about a yard. As that completion out's number 82. Looks like O'Brien Flanagan. He's back in the game. He's doing all right.
Second down.
Picks up about a yard or 2. Yeah, pickup of 2. 2nd and 8. COS looking to ice this game away, and the Rams looking to maybe get a takeaway here. They've had 1 already in this game, 1 interception. No turnovers so far for Fresno City. So they're winning that department. Backfield empties now. 5 receivers. One of them is a tight end. This ball is going to be passed. No, it's going to be a run over the middle, and a big hit as Peyton Faker is wrapped up hard at about the 41-yard line. He's able to scramble for about a pickup of 6. And it's 3rd and a long 1.
You know what to do around country. It's 3rd down.
This is crucial with the time that's on the clock and the amount of yards right now. Coach might want to think about blitzing right now.
Also, I would almost want to say blitz for sure, because this is a team that has not run the ball considerably well at all today. So you could almost think that you're not sure what you're going to get here out of COS, as this is going to be a design run, and no, it's a false start. So a design quarterback run attempt, and instead it's a false start, and that 3rd and 1 is going to turn into 3rd and 6.
Nobody got set. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Reminds me of the old false start on the entire offensive line call, I think, in a Steelers game about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
False start, the entire O-line. Well, nobody got set.
Yeah.
Can't get a rolling start. This isn't NASCAR. It's going to be 3rd and 6 from the 32-yard line now.
I'm still blitzing.
And the good news is you pushed him back. The bad news is, well, now they've got room to pass. It's 3rd and 6. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. And it is a pass over the middle, and it's complete over the middle. And that pass complete to number 6. Once again, Armbruster just busting through the defense for a first down and onto the 50-yard line, almost onto the Rams side of the field. This ball is just on the COS side of the 50 for a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10.
I know that you almost have to go man coverage now, and this is tough because you're not necessarily hurting. You still got a lot of time. There's still 6 minutes, but they're midway now, and it's crucial to get the ball back as soon as possible.
Really, this is the set of downs that matters the most on this drive if you're going to put up a fight to get back on the field without allowing any points. As now timeout called, and that's the last timeout for COS. So should the Rams get the ball and be able to bring the ball back and get some extra points, that really does put COS in a bit of a tough spot if they end up having to make a late game comeback. Now, I'm still getting a little bit ahead of myself, but either way, if Fresno City's able to either turn the ball over here or force a 4th down or force a punt, if they're able to score, might end up having a little bit of late game challenge for the COS team. Now they're out of timeouts.
Yeah, Fresno City needs they need a big stop on a big play, and they need to put 3 or 4 of them in a row together, to be honest with you. But again, there's got to be some way to put pressure on that quarterback. It's not a quick release by any means. He's sitting in the pocket, so he's comfortable. And they got to figure out how to get him uncomfortable. Literally got to figure out how to get him uncomfortable.
So it's a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line for COS as the Rams look to stop this drive in its tracks.
You almost think about giving up the weak side and sending your DN to not worry about, getting burned on the outside at this point.
So 2 men in the backfield, 2 receivers left and right. As this is going to be a pass play, he dumps it off to the quick receiver. Check down route, and it's a loss of 4 yards. So a poor decision on the check down to Jaquil Smith. Peyton Faker, complete pass, but 4-yard loss.
That's one. You need to put 2 more together, Ben. Got to put 2 more together.
So it's 2nd and 14 now. And you got a little bit of pressure on him there.
45 checks in.
Packages moving around here. It looks like they're getting a little bit of extra weight on the line.
Yeah, it's a big tight end that checked in.
A tight end. I'm thinking they may go with a run play on this one.
You almost have to on 2nd down and long yards with 5 minutes on the clock.
Really to keep the clock rolling.
Exactly.
As they come out in the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, man in motion, and it's going to be a handoff to the man in motion, number 6. Excuse me, it's armbreaker.
Yeah.
Moves off to the right side as he's tackled out of bounds. Pickup of about 7 on the play, and it's going to be a 3rd and 7 now.
On that jet sweep, you knew that as soon as they put the guy in motion, it was a run. So,
and he almost gave himself time to kind of set up and see where everything was going. And as a defense, you really have to be able to identify where the ball is a little bit quicker than that. As got the ball in the jet sweep, and a good job not taking anything away from Peyton Faker on faking out the defense.
This is a crucial spot right now for the defense. Not only time is clicking away, but it's 3rd down, and this is where you want to stop them right here.
3rd and 7. This could make or break the game for these Rams. I said a minute ago, this is the most important set of downs we've seen on this drive. As COS trying to get the 1st down, the Rams trying to stop him. Here comes the pressure. Throw to the right, and it is complete to the right side. As number 0, Marshall Sanders, sweeps back to his right, makes the catch on the outside, and it's a fresh set of downs, and COS trying to dig the dagger into the heart of these Rams.
COS, 1st down.
Carter, the defender on that play, just not enough defense to stop him on that one. It was a good throw and came back to the ball, and Carter was in good position for it. And unfortunately, he caught it.
And overall, Carter did a good job not getting called for pass interference on that play after getting a little bit turned around. Saw him looking left, looking right, looking left, lost track of where the receiver was, and just a little bit too slow to tracking him down. And instead, it's a 1st down as a jumbo big package comes out now with 1 receiver and a bunch of tight ends, as this is going to be a handoff, no doubt, as it's up the middle, pickup of about 6, 7, 8 yards. And it's a 2nd and 3, and that's a pickup of 7.
the best scenario at this point is try to hold them to 3, but you're also losing time on the clock. So coach has got to figure out one way or another when to stop the clock.
Now again, with the timeout conversation, the Rams do have all 3 of their timeouts left here in the fourth quarter. So when you're talking strategy, something you have to keep in mind, as they will look to also have the 2-minute stoppage on their side as well. Sequoias comes out in a tight shotgun set. It's going to be another sweep off to the left side, number 88 on the carry. Booker, and he will cut back to his right. I thought he was going out of bounds. He cuts back to his right, and he had just about picked up a first down. As we'll see if that does move the chains. I don't think it will. Either way, I thought he was out of bounds.
How did he not go out of bounds?
There's just a mass of bodies on the sidelines over there, and I guess he was just able to kick it back.
Timeout, Fresno.
As there's the first
timeout of the half.
And I like the timeout call there because, again, you still have the 2-minute stoppage, which means there may be one play that Sequoias gets off here. And if you're able to bring up a fourth down, that one play is going to be a kick.
Ooh, Fresno needs something big, something soon, something fast.
Now, if you're defensive lineman coach Lindell Hawkins, what are you telling your D-line right now?
What am I telling my D-line right now?
Right now.
There's no tomorrow. This game is done in 3 minutes.
This is game 7, are you saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's all in, it's literally all in. You got to find whatever's left in the tank on defense. You got to pull it out right now on this down. I mean, you literally, and with short yardage, this team's going to go for on fourth down. So, I mean, it's literally, what kind of fight do you have left? Where's the fight in the dog?
Show me the heart.
Absolutely.
So it's 3rd and 1. Big defensive opportunity coming up for these Rams as both sides coming out in nothing but offensive lines.
That's going to be a run to the left.
And now it's a direct snap. And flags come out. And that's going to be a penalty on COS.
Not 7 men on the line. Should be illegal formation.
We'll see what the stripes tell us. Gino's got illegal formation. The referees have.
False start.
False start.
Offense,
all right.
Number 45.
5 yards.
Third down.
6 to 1, half dozen the other.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Don't necessarily know who the false start was on, but yeah, it didn't look like there were 7 men lined up.
Penalty now pushes them back considerably. It's a 10-yard drop or 5-yard drop back now. It's going to be a 3rd and 6. And you like that in the sense that you have more yardage to make, but also you aren't sure what's coming now.
Small victory, yeah.
You comes out in shotgun form. And a little bit of a bad snap. He tosses it back to the left over the middle, and the ball comes loose. And the Rams come up with the ball. Fresno City able to get the turnover they needed. It was a pass over the middle. The pass was complete over the middle. The receiver, who I'll get the number on in just a moment, the receiver juked to his right, and I believe that ball came out before he hit the ground.
Oh, absolutely.
It absolutely did, and it's a turnover for Fresno City.
That's exactly what Fresno City needed. A big play out of their defense, and they got it. If you're Del Hawkins and you're asked your guys to dig deep, there's your return.
Well, I asked you what Hawk was saying on the sidelines, and I think he's got a pretty good pep talk for his boys right now. I'm seeing high fives all around as work not done yet, though, for the Rams as they take over at the 12-yard line, down by 1 point. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Are we going to see a comeback? Fresno City College. Ball is snapped. And it's Jacob English in at quarterback. He heaves this one down the field, and it's just overthrown. He had a man. It was number 84, Jacob English. So from Christian English to Jacob English, the incompletion by about a half a yard. And the Rams that close to pulling the deep pass and making it work here. Instead, it's 2nd and 10.
Now you got to get back to work. 2nd and 10. That was a good idea to go deep on it. Just barely missed him.
That's exactly when you want to take a shot like that. Just after a turnover, you've got the defense flat-footed, and instead it's 2nd down. A great attempt. Good all around. Again, just a couple overthrows in this game. We're just a few overthrows away as this ball is snapped. Rolls out to his right as pass complete off to the left side.
Should be enough for a first down.
To, again, number 5, Marquise Cropper. And I think you're right. That is going to be a first down. They're moving the chains.
Complete Cropper. And that's going to be good for a City.
So first down, Fresno City at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs.
Colbert looks to be up and walking around now, but his helmet is off.
That is a good sign to see him moving around, as that was a tough hit he took out of bounds. But the Rams without one of their big key pieces right now as English rolls this one out to the right. He's going to keep it himself and run. He gets about 3 or 4 yards off to the right side before he's drugged down out of bounds. And it's 2nd down.
And he was drug out of bounds, way out of bounds, man. That was a little,
slightly,
little
bit
more,
after contact.
Yeah, but of course I'm nitpicking now, so we're looking at 2nd and 6.
This is a 2-minute timeout.
2-minute warning here at Ratcliffe. Rams trailing by 1, but boy, they are so far it's looking like a pretty decent drive. Got the ball moving. That first attempt on that. What do you think about that first pass downfield, Gino?
You're a half step behind it, and it's a half step ahead of it. We're talking 6 points. We're talking about do we go for 2 now at this point?
Oh.
But not the way it rolled. And right now, Coach C's looking at a 2nd and 6 with 2 minutes on the clock, and you're in your own. You're on your side of the field, so you're thinking, okay, how do I get across? How do I get inside the red zone? That's, that if I'm Coach C right now, I'm thinking, how do I get down? How do I get to the red zone? What are my 4 biggest plays right now to get there? And I'm trying to think ahead 4 plays only because you want to think that your next 2 are going to be positive, and then your next 2 after that are going to be even more positive. But I only say that too because with the time on the clock, you don't got much time to get down there.
So with the time on the clock, just 2 minutes left on this game clock, are you thinking you're looking for a field goal, or are you trying to get...
I'm getting it in the red.
Whatever you can.
I'll take the 3 to win this game. I'll take the 6 if I can, but obviously we need to get in the red zone.
Either way, all of the fingernails here are in danger as this is a handoff up the middle and a great pickup on, it was a 2nd down for Dante Hedrickton and a first down. Fresh set of downs at the 38-yard line. Rams keep the ball moving. And again, the Rams have 2 timeouts remaining.
I had an old coach who used to tell us, your big players need to make big plays. So right now, this is the time to do it.
This is the moment now as Christian English getting pressured in the backfield. He's brought down, and it's a sack. And it's a big play for the defense now as COS getting to Christian English in the backfield.
That's the second
Fresno will have to
timeout
take a timeout. So 2nd timeout of the half with 1 minute and 33 seconds remaining. And a 2nd and, I believe, 13 now at their own 38-yard line. So after that first down sack, well, the Rams got to regroup here. So 1 more chance to stop the clock for Fresno City. They're at their own 38-yard line.
Not much the O-line can do on that play either. Once English got close to the line of scrimmage, it was defender's paradise, so to speak.
And on a play like that where the quarterback's in motion basically the entire play, it really does make it a little more challenging for the offensive line to, I would say, plug the holes that appear when they're not expecting them. So you see you see your quarterback rolling off to the right. Well, you're not exactly sure how fast he's rolling off to one side or the other, or how quickly the play's developing downfield, because you're focused on your man in front of you.
Yeah.
And in that situation, again, you can't really blame the O-line as it's a 2nd and 13 as English drops back to pass. It's a flag on the play, and they're likely to call that a false start play as the Rams continue to backpedal here.
Number 5, 5-yard penalty.
It'll be a 2nd and 18 now from the 30. It's going to take a little bit more heroics with 1 minute and 31 seconds remaining in this game. Fresno City trailing by 1. These two interconference teams really leaving it all on the field today. We knew we were in for a really great game.
1:33.
That's
game
just
clock
it.
Getting reset. The Rams get an extra 2 ticks on the game clock. 1 minute and 33 remaining here. As Rams come out in the shotgun, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, man in the backfield. As Christian English over the middle, complete over the middle, and it's a pickup for Cropper. He is down to about the 46-yard line. Clock continues to roll as the pass completed in the
It's going to be about 2 yards shy.
play. It's going to be 2 yards shy of a first down. 3rd and 2. As Christian English in the backfield, once again, shotgun set. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to run. I see a flag on the far side as English picks up a first down, but we'll see what that laundry is for.
That could be a defensive holding, Ben.
I think you may be right, absolutely right. That's not in the correct spot for it to be if it's on the offense. We'll see what the call is. As it looks like they're waving the flag off, whatever it was. It's been picked up, no laundry.
Offside.
Oh, no, they are
Defense.
ruling offsides. Rams marching the ball onto the COS side of the field now with 1 minute and 3 seconds left. So still well within opportunity as fingers crossed and rally caps get put on here.
Smart football right now. This is what the Rams have to play. Smart football.
Christian English out of the shotgun. Rolls to his left, being chased. He cuts to the 45, and he is pushed out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. Pickup of about 5 or 6 yards.
It's a great play for him to stop the clock as well.
And a very smart play as he felt the pressure, was looking downfield, saw nobody was open, and just took what the defense gave him. Didn't try to be the hero and cut it back upfield. Just took those 5 yards, stopped the clock, and moved it on to a 2nd and 5.
Woo, big play for the Rams right now. 54 seconds on the clock, trailing by 1.
It's Christian English and these Rams looking to secure the 200th win in Coach Tony Cavilla's history with Fresno City.
It's going to take a village, Ben. They got to do it. Got to do it right here.
Well, you got 11 villagers on the field, and let's see what they can do as this one is snapped. It's a pass off to the right side, and it's complete to Colbert. Colbert, fresh set of downs. Did not quite get out of bounds, so the clock will run after the chains move. But another first down for Fresno City.
Play hurry-up offense right here. Snap
Clock
it.
rolling again. 45 on the clock, and that is going to be a spiked ball as we will have ourselves a 2nd and 10. 3 downs here to get a little bit closer for this Fresno City offense.
Woo, I don't know. Take some medication or something right now, Ben. Jeez. This is it's a lot to handle right here.
Between this and any local Dodger fans, I'm sure you're going to have some cardiologists getting some phone calls on Monday.
I'll tell you, man. I'll tell you.
The Rams
Here we
come out
go.
in the pistol set now. Christian English with the fake handoff as he scans the field, rolls to his right, looking downfield still. He throws out of bounds. And now he is hit late. And I don't see a flag coming out. Christian English got the ball out. And he got it out. There was no intentional grounding call. He threw that ball out of bounds. He was outside the tackle box, and then he was kind of pushed
There's
down.
no intentional grounding. The quarterback was out of the pocket.
He was well out of the pocket, but I saw him shoved to the ground after he threw that pass, and I'm kind of curious again where your ghost flag has gone. Either way, it's 3rd and 10 from the 36-yard line.
Man, I felt like we just got yelled at by the Whitecap. Good Lord, that was loud. But yeah, you're right. Here we are, 3rd down and 10.
So 3rd and 10 with 37 ticks left on the game clock. The Rams come out in the pistol set. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Christian English dumps it off to the left. It's going to be a pickup of maybe 5 or 6 yards to the 33, 32-yard line. And now what's it going to be? So the pickup went to the 32-yard line. Clock is rolling as the Rams looking to likely use that one timeout they have left and end up with this game on the foot of Liam Peterson. As the clock down to 8 seconds. So we'll look down there, see Coach Tony Kavia calls timeout with 3 left on the clock. And it will be up to the kicking unit for this Fresno City Rams to send Coach C away with his 200th career win at Fresno City.
If it's good, we win. If it's bad, we go home 1 point shy. After all that.
If this isn't your definition of close game, and you mentioned close old school football game, you remember 1 point or 1 score, 1 possession games, Gino?
Yeah.
They're a little less common nowadays, but we've got ourselves a good one right here. It's you can again use that World Series hyperbole. Game 7, win or go home. This is it. This is your bottom of the ninth. Here you are.
Absolutely.
So we'll see if the Rams are able to come through here. You're looking at Liam Peterson this year. When it comes to kicking this year, Liam Peterson.
49-yard attempt. He missed the first 49. The wind
His
picked
longest
up.
is 51. Scrivener on the hold. The kick from Peterson. It's up. It is just good. It dies at the end. The field is mobbed by the Rams, and they step away with a 23-21 win, walking it off here at Ratcliffe Stadium.
Unreal. Unreal.
A major drive on that last possession for the Rams, and my goodness, what a kick. Peterson able to get that one all the way downfield. That ends up being about a 49-yard field goal. They walk it off 23-21. The Rams get Coach Tony his 200th win as a Fresno City Ram.
And not to add insult to injury, but that's number 14 in a row for the Rams as well, beating COS.
Well, it's number 14, but boy, they don't come any closer than that one as they win it on a walk-off field goal. So way back at the beginning of this game, Gino, you were talking about the importance of an extra point and what it can matter later on down the line, later on in the ball game. Well, take a look at the final score. It wasn't the extra point on Fresno COS's side. It was the extra point missed on Fresno City's side. But Liam Peterson making up for that missed extra point with a walk-off field goal. And boy, you talked about old school football game. That's what you got, isn't it?
If he's not our player of the game, I don't know who is at this point. But he's also got to be the BMOC on campus. He's got to be the big man on campus tomorrow on Monday, because that was incredible. And for these fans, for this program, how awesome was all that? I mean, you can't script that stuff.
Oh, you cannot, and it's such a great turnout, great end result, great crowd turnout. Everybody here to see Coach C's last game. And you talk about big man on campus. I think everybody on this team can walk around as a big man on campus. I just have a feeling that Peterson's going to be wearing that crown this week.
Yeah, absolutely. And credit the offensive and defensive line. I like to go back to those guys because those are my boys. Great job by them today, keeping the game, keeping the Rams in the game at both aspects.
And offensively, talk also on that last drive about Christian English. Not a lot of playing time in this game. He only played in the last drive in the first half and the final drive of the ball game. But boy, when it mattered, that fresh face, maybe a little bit unfamiliar to what COS had been seeing all game from Yajay Vance, and a fantastic final drive for Fresno City College. So, at the end of 60 minutes of football, Fresno City College 23, College of Sequoias 21. You've been watching Fresno City Rams football from Ratcliffe Stadium. I'm Ben Hensley alongside Gino Morrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, everybody. And be sure to stop by Reedley next week. A fantastic matchup. And you know what, with that, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Rams are in front in conference.
Yeah, and great job. I want to shout out to all of our cameramen and women and the entire staff, the CMAC staff.
We're back in the truck. Thank you so much.
Thank Chris and Derek and just the entire Fresno City coaching staff for allowing us to come out and do our thing and hang out with the guys and get to know some of the players and the team. And just overwhelming right now. Unbelievable. What an unbelievably great victory for Fresno City College and for Coach C to go out on at home this way.
And you, the fans, thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, final score 23-21. The Rams on the walk-off field goal. I'm Ben Hensley alongside Gino Morrow. Thank you for tuning in to Fresno City Rams football.